Hello everyone, hope you're doing well tonight. Wolf, Bermside, Ruby, Gaddy. Hope you're all having a fun Thursday evening. Okay, a few updates as to what's been going on. One, normally I don't stream Thursdays. Normally Thursdays I take the night off to do some stuff with some friends, but unfortunately we're currently taking a break this week, so I thought, why the heck not? Let's do a bonus stream. Two, you may be wondering, why am I streaming so late? Twitch be stupid. Okay, so, if you guys are wondering what's going on with Twitch right now, so for people who don't know, if you stream and you are also an Amazon Prime member, you can link your Amazon Prime with your Twitch, and you get all kinds of different benefits. One of the more obvious ones is you get 1 free subscription to anyone who you want for the month, so you can subscribe with Twitch Prime that way. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But aside from that, if you're a streamer, all your past broadcasts are saved on your account for 60 days. Normally, that would be 14 days, but because of Twitch Prime, I get 60. However, I noticed this morning when I went to check on my expiring VODs, all my VODs were expiring within the day, and even my newer VODs were expiring 6 days from now. And I was like, that's definitely not right. So I went to go contact Twitch about it. I just got an automated bot response that say, oh, you need to go contact the Amazon about it. And when I tried to argue with them, they're like, oh, no, this is nothing on our end. You gotta blame Amazon. And I was like, all right. So I go try to contact Amazon, and they're all like, oh, no, this has nothing to do with us. This is all Twitch's fault. So I got a little peeved. And I've been trying to get some actual information from my friends who also stream and have Twitch Prime. So, yeah, apparently this is a more widespread issue than I thought. Some people are unaffected, some people are, like me. And we haven't gotten a straight answer. The only person I know who said they got any information is like saying that they will get back to them about it. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I have a theory as to what's going on right now. Apparently there's something going on with Amazon right now with linking accounts. And the reason I say that is because I noticed that Streamlabs mentioned they had a weird issue earlier today, where because they couldn't connect with Amazon accounts, which made it so that alerts and stuff were broken. I just want to say right now, Streamlabs Twitter account claims they fixed everything, so I don't know if my alerts are working right now. I am going to pull up my alerts to make absolutely sure that they are. But at the same time, like, please excuse me if, like, an alert doesn't go through. It might be on Streamlabs' end. And I'm wondering if that might be tied into why my VODs are expiring because Twitch is not recognizing that I have an Amazon Prime account. So let's hope everything is going to be resolved sooner than later so I don't have to worry about my VODs expiring.
Watch me do a flip.
Alert test.
Thank you for the 79 bits, Wolf. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, okay, it looks like my alerts are working just fine. Much appreciated. All right, enough serious stuff.
Thanks, pal.
Yo, non-fortune dragon, thank you so much. Oh, nom-fortune dragon, not non-fortune. Thank you so much for a follow. I really appreciate it. But yeah, we're about to dive into more of Chapter 5 of Professor... Why do I keep on wanting to say... Man, guys, I keep on mispronouncing this game all the time. I keep on wanting to say, oh, it's Ace Attorney versus Phoenix Wright. And if you actually think about it long enough, it basically means, oh yeah, Phoenix is actually losing to a real Ace Attorney. Give me a quick sec. I'm going to adjust my mic stand and then we'll get started. All right, we should be good here. He's losing to Legal Eagle, yes. Anyway, last time on Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, so we go to a bar run by Rouge the Bat, and she'd be all like, yo, Phoenix, stop being depressed for yourself. It's really selfish. And I'm like, wow, harsh. You know, I'm trying to do a recap, but I'll answer that real quick. Will I find a stylish new wallet soon? Please, you need this confidence boost. Let's go get Genie set up real quick. I forgot to set up my random number generator. Okay, and go. Okay, I need to get a new random number generator because it once again gave me the I'm busy and lazy route. Oh my gosh. Genie! Genie, let's spin those wheels. We have a question for you now. Gaddy asks, will they find a stylish new wallet soon? They need the confidence boost. And the answer is, I'm going to give this a few rolls to make sure it's actually different for once. And the answer is, oh, you poor silly child. You think you're going to get a brand new wallet? Don't mind her, Gaddy. I believe in you getting your confidence boost. Genie's just a little tsundere about it. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Don't cry. No, Gaddy. Don't cry. Come back. Anyway, last time on Professor Layton, we went to Rouge's Bat's bar. She was saying, Phoenix, you should stop being depressed. An explosion happened. We found that Fiora is actually from Xenoblade is still alive. And then we went to burn ourselves alive, except it turns out the fire wasn't real. So we went through the fire and the flames and we landed in a cart and now are being dragged off somewhere. And now Maya and Professor Layton aren't actually dead. And now we're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Oh yeah, and they were assailed by robed people for some reason. If you never played a Professor Layton game before, this is the type of plot that you usually expect out of a Professor Layton game. Complete insanity. Like, if you ever want to actually see what the plot of a Professor Layton is like, you should check out Professor Layton and the Eternal Diva. That's an animated movie they had produced, and it's pretty out there. Much of this area looks the same. It would be easy to get lost, so stay close, Miss Faye. There's one that involves time travel. Yep, that was Unwound Future, I believe.
Huh? Wait, I recognize that tree. Were we just here? Or was it that tree? Stupid identical trees.
One with enough twists and turns to make Shyamalan blush. Oh, you won't believe the amount of twists that they try to justify in this series. It's kind of insane. Okay, let's see if we can find some hint coins around here. There be one. Right in this mushroom. I wonder if we can eat it. Well, it definitely sprayed spores in the air. Watch as we suddenly turn into lickers. Or, you know, whatever the zombies were called from The Last of Us. It's been a while since I actually played Last of Us. Then again, I feel like everyone's at least checked out, oh, it was clickers, yeah. I feel like most people, you know, I was having a discussion with some friends about this the other day. Like, it is impossible to not have played The Last of Us because of how many times they ported it. Like, how many, have they ported it like 4 times now or something like that? And it's only like a 2015 game?
There are an awful lot of twisted trees in this forest. I don't trust them, Professor.
What do you mean you're impossible? We have 5 hours to live. Adventure games tell me their random mushroom swerves are deadly. It's not really a shooter. It's more of an adventure game with shooter elements. Oh, you have not played any version of Last of Us on purpose? You know what? That's fair. You're not a horror fan. Certainly are bunched together, aren't they, Miss Faye? It seems they can block out most of the sun, too. Or at the very least, it's impossible to not have heard of The Last of Us with how much they've been promoting that series. Alright, doesn't look like there's anything here. Let's see where we can head off to. Oh my god! Is that a hang on a second! Is that a freaking temple? Are we about to enter the hidden temple? Are we going to see Olmec? Olmec is going to be all like, it's your choice and your choice alone! And then we gotta assemble the Shrine of the Silver Monkey, and then we have to go through the heart room where no one knows how to press any buttons, and then we're gonna have to fight off temple guards. Can you guys tell I'm feeling very nostalgic for Legends? Anyway. Village outskirts. Ruins at the end of the path lead way for a forest. A massive green canopy grows overhead. Oh my god, there are 4 hidden coins? Hang on, is there any? Were there extra hidden coins where I came from? Hang on. Nah, it's just... this one just happens to have 4. Okay. Random way to break tradition, but okay. You should be safe here, Miss Faye. Are you hurt?
Nope, I'm right as rain. Thank you for saving me back there. You look like you're all back to normal, Professor. Not as shiny and way more talkative.
What do you mean by back to normal? Give me a quick sec, guys. I just want to make sure my my VOD is recording. Okay, my VOD is recording. I'm just being a little careful right now because if I don't have it saved, we might be in trouble because I won't be able to archive my stuff. So, sorry, I just want to double check on that real quick. All right, looks like we should be okay for now.
You were turned into gold, Professor. Someone cast a magic spell on you.
A magic spell? On me, you say?
Let me refresh your memory. You remember the witch that appeared when we were in Mr. Belduke's house, don't you?
Indeed. So you're saying that was when a magic spell was cast on me?
That's right. You were super golden and super shiny.
Super shiny and golden. Most fascinating. So you're saying I turned into Super Layton?
Do you not remember any of that?
Sadly, I do not. Tell you the truth, I have no recollection of what happened to me then. It seems I lost consciousness immediately after the witch appeared. And when I regained consciousness, I was already in this forest.
Huh. So then, do you think maybe they carried you here after the trial?
After the trial? That must mean...
Yep, you were the unfortunate victim of witchcraft in that trial, Professor.
How extraordinary. Miss Faye, could you please bring me up to date on everything that has happened after my disappearance? What about Luke? Mr. Wright, are they okay? I recall Luke and I heading to Sir Belduke's house. We thought you and Mr. Wright were in danger.
Yeah, I think they're all right. So much has happened. Where do I even start?
So Layton was knocked out for like an entire day? I hear you correctly. You say that one of my arms broke off.
But it's okay, we reattached it with smelting.
That's all good, right?
Yep, the right arm, Snappo.
Why does my right arm suddenly hurt? And so, Miss Faye, you were charged with using magic?
Yep, that's right. And then Luke cried his little eyes out, and then the parent on Luke's head testified its little peek off.
Maya's the best at recapping. Can she recap all my theater stuff? Now, Miss Faye, I'd like you to take my right arm and beat me over the head with it. That must have been quite the sight. I must say, the situation has certainly piqued my interest. I see. My apologies, Miss Faye. Had I the strength at the time, I could have been of more help.
No way, Professor! You saved me just a moment ago.
And quite a close call it was. By the way, Miss Faye, why are you in this forest? Wait, I just realized something. If Layton doesn't remember anything that happened, then technically he would. So I'm guessing he didn't actually turn into gold. And if that was the case, how the hell did his arm land behind him when he fell over then? Because clearly the golden Layton was actually a statue. And the trial tried to make it seem like, oh no, Layton totally intended to fall over in that way to make his arm land pointing upwards. I wonder how much of that was just Phoenix bullshitting.
That's a very good question. Nick managed to prove my innocence, but I still ended up being thrown into the fire.
Were found innocent, yet still sent to the fire?
Well, anyway, so much weird stuff has happened since then.
Seems so, yes.
But it's strange, there must have been more to that case than I was trapped in. Like a trick or something.
A trick?
Yeah, the cage dropped down through the chamber, and it came to a stop just above a wagon. That wagon was how I ended up here.
It would seem that there is more to that fire chamber than I originally thought.
Then when I saw those things, I tried to get away. But as you saw back there, they found me. I thought I was a goner.
They were obviously temple guards, and I'll be real, like growing up watching Legends of the Hidden Temple, if anybody who's ever watched that series, were you guys ever terrified by the temple guards as well? I think for me, it was always the fact that they were technically jump scares for kids because they would play dramatic, crazy music whenever it shows up. It's like, doo-doo-doo-doo. And then like, man, that always freaked me out whenever they showed up in Legends. That is when I appeared, is that correct?
Yep, that's right.
Is something the matter, Miss Faye?
It's Nick. I'm afraid I might like Cartoon Network and Disney Channel more. He must be worried sick. I mean, I was thrown into the fire right before his eyes.
Yes, I'm also concerned about Luke. However, I believe Luke and Mr. Wright are certain to sense something is amiss and solve this mystery. Sure to meet all up again soon. That and the whole give me a medallion or you're ripped or you're thrown out of the temple by them? Yeah, pretty much, Wolf. Speaking of Legends of the Hidden Temple, apparently there's a reboot going on right now that plays commercial breaks during the temple runs. Is it actually a reboot? Because I remember hearing that it might actually be canceled. I'm pretty sure they canceled the Legends of the Hidden Temple reboot. I was like, hey, Gran, how you doing? Lurk away. For the time being, let's investigate this place as much as possible.
Investigate?
Indeed, this forest appears to be full of secrets. First, I was turned into gold. Awoke to find myself here. And you, Miss Faye, were transported here from the courtroom, under the illusion of being put into the fire. Perhaps this forest. Oh man, the temple guards. Do we have any life medallions?
Uh-oh! How did he manage to find us so fast? What should we do, Professor?
It appears they were lying in ambush. I'm afraid an altercation here is unavoidable. Alright, everyone roll for initiative.
These guys look like they've been hitting the gym. They're a lot bigger than the others.
Indeed, leave this to me. Now, please step back, Miss Faye. Oh, please. Maya attacked the Incredible Hulk once. He's got this. It was canceled last month? Yeah, that's what I heard.
Knock him into next week, Professor.
Now, just what is all the commotion?
Who are you? It's Witch Lady.
What kind of boy? Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can do a Rita Repulsa.
After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to conquer Earth. You were given a task to carry out, were you not?
I know I basically have to do Laharl from Disgaea, but it is really hard to do that voice. And low frame rate ahoy.
So, what exactly do you think you're doing? Answer me!
Forgive us, oh great witch.
What? That's the witch from last time. What's she doing here? Now, isn't this a strange sight? Two visitors from the witch trials. A victim and an accused. Strange indeed.
You know what? I can't do that voice for long. That actually destroys my throat.
Come again? It was your fault we were a part of those trials in the first place, you witch.
What kind of voice do I want to do for you if it's not Rita Repulsa? Fuck it, I'll do normal woman voice.
My, this one has some fight in her. Relax, I do not plan to harm you two.
This marks the third time we have now met. Tell me, what exactly are you planning?
What? Professor, you two have met 3 times?
Yes, I first met her in London, prior to her arriving in Labyrinthia, of course.
That's right. Now enough, stand down. These two are considered guests. You are not to lay a finger on them, is that clear? Make sure the rest of the Shades get that message. Shades? Are they those crazy, creepy people in the weird robes?
Yes, mistress, as you command, O great witch. Great witch.
There is no need to be alarmed. You may relax.
I'm afraid I cannot oblige. Not as long as you are here. Tell me, what are you?
You know, from what I hear, you're a big fan of solving puzzles and mysteries. Are you not? Then by all means, go ahead. You're free to investigate the Eldwitch.
Eldwitch Woods to your heart's content. The Eldwitch Woods.
The answers to your questions are here. You're free to seek them.
Then you do not plan on having us captured.
You'll have to excuse the Shades' earlier behavior. They can be a bit overzealous at times. They were simply doing what was requested of them. Their task, as they call it. Anyone lost in these woods is to be a member of the Shade family, as it were. A member of the Shades? What does that mean? Do I get to join a band? Like I said, you should seek out the answers for yourself.
Professor Layton and the Shades totally sounds like a band name.
Now, if you excuse me, I have another engagement with a visitor of mine.
A visitor?
Until next time, Professor Herschel Layton.
You know, I sometimes want to call Layton Professor Hershey Layton. Mostly because he kind of looks like a chocolate snack as it is. Mustache Cash Dash. That's pretty good. Where's that from, though?
She disappeared!
Oh, regular show? Oh, man, I don't think I've seen that episode.
So, Professor, the Great Witch they mentioned, they must be referring to her, right? She has to be Bazella.
The Great Witch Bazella. That woman were her. Then that would make Eldwitch Woods home of all witches.
This just keeps getting curiouser and curiouser. So then, that means the Shays or whatever are witches?
That is what we must find out. I believe there may be a very important clue or two hidden within this forest. Must be some reason why this forest has been kept a secret from the citizens of Labyrinthia. I must also wonder why this great witch is simply allowing us to do as we please. Slightly concerning.
Well, there's no point in looking a gift horse in the mouth. I say we...
Oh god, my throat.
I say we take her offer and check this place out. That way we can rack up a ton of clues by the time we reunite with Nick. And then we can win Blue's Clues.
I do not believe that is how you win Blue's Clues.
And since we're working together, I'll act as your temporary Luke. Right you are, Professor.
Haha, well done. Thank you very much, Miss Faye. Now then, let us begin our investigation.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Professor.
I can totally see Maya trying to impersonate an English accent. Espella's father, the storyteller who writes the story that controls the fate of all Labyrinthians, considered the presence of the professor to be a form of corruption. But seeing that the storyteller has removed me from the story, where is this tale of his going? Golden Layton. It was none other than the professor who had supposedly been turned to gold, who saved Maya from her fate. He says he has lost consciousness after his confrontation with the Great Witch. Golden statue of me? Something I would quite like to see with my own eyes. Do you think Maya watched Blue's Clues growing up? Oh, 100%. Ooh, hello, puzzle.
You know, Professor, I was thinking you said you woke up in the forest, right? The shades were on me the minute I set foot here, but they never went after you. Why is that?
That is true. I seem to recall waking up inside a cell of sorts.
Did you just say a cell? How'd you manage to escape?
Fortunately, it's not a cell of the metallic variety, Miss Faye. Take a look. It's in a book over there. See that entrance covered in vines?
Oh, I get it. You must have hacked and slashed your way to freedom.
Well, I wouldn't say I hacked or slashed anything as such. Yeah, what do you think this is, Devil May Cry? Guest starring Professor Layton from the Devil May Cry series? All it took was a single cut to unravel my way to freedom. Allow me to demonstrate. I think officially speaking, you have to be I think you have to like live at least 5 years to be considered a decade kid. That's just fine. A number of intricately woven vines have formed a fence blocking the professor's path. Simply cut just one of the vines should unravel the entire fence and clear a path. Which vine should you cut? All right, it looks like there is only 5 vines I can cut. So if I cut this one, that'll cause this to fall over, which will release this, which will release this. You know what? Just in case so I don't accidentally lose some pig rats, I'm gonna do a quick save. I'm pretty sure the one that you want to cut is the topmost one, because if you cut the topmost one, like, it releases this, which causes this to fall over this way, which causes this to be tugged over to the left. No, if we cut... No, that doesn't entirely work, because it still would be held up like this. I think if we cut this one is released, this falls over, which causes this to fall downward, and like that. And then all of this, it might actually be just this one, actually. Just to double check, though, this one doesn't do anything. This one doesn't do anything. And this doesn't... Wait, hang on. If you cut this, all of this would be cut free. This would fall down, this would fall down, this would not fall down. I think it might actually be this one. Because if you cut this, well, no, because then this stuff will, like, this stuff is let free, but all the stuff on the left over here is still going to be held up, and this would be held up. I think it might just be this one that you have to cut.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Okay, so I'm not a colossal idiot. Let's go. The vine work. Cutting that vine made an opening big enough to walk through. Now then, shall we press on? I wish... You know what I really hate about this game? Because I remember there being stuff in previous Professor Layton games being like, oh, this is why this is the answer, whenever you solve the answer. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, you figured it out. Yes, you know the answer, but it's also cool when the game explains why that is the answer. It's very helpful in that regard. And I feel like this game hasn't really been doing it all that much.
Whoa, you sure show that vine who's boss, Professor.
I mean, Ruby, I just assumed that was self-explanatory. Like, I thought it was pretty damn obvious in all things considered. I don't think... Not everything needs to be spelled out. Sometimes things can just be figured out on their own through simple deduction. A single precise cut is far more efficient than swinging around haphazardly. The logic behind it to make sure you thought it through the right way. Yeah, exactly, Kite. Like, don't get me wrong, like I said, I was able to figure it out just fine, but it's also nice whenever the game acknowledges how you came about it, you know? After I freed myself, I began to investigate the forest. Not long after that, I heard someone cry out.
Ah, yeah, you mean me?
Right you are, Miss Faye. I'm glad you were okay.
And okay I was, good sir. So I guess you're still in the middle of that forest investigation, huh?
Would seem so. Shall we press on then? And on and on and on.
Yeah, it's on now. I'm gonna cut these puzzles down to size with the power of my mind.
I'm gonna just make it a habit to save after every single puzzle, so that way I don't have to redo puzzles if I ever have to reload a save.
You know, now that you cut the vines off of here, this doesn't look very much of a cell, more like a storage closet or something.
There do seem to be a variety of vases and ornaments littered inside. Or is it vases? You know, as someone who actually studies the English language, I probably should know the correct pronunciation of vase. I wonder what they're all used for.
Hey, check out the one that looks like a cat. I bet Bella and Luke would love this. Let's take it back for them. It'd be like their own little piece of the Eldritch Woods since they weren't able to come.
I'm really glad to see that even when she's on the run and is in the middle of an area full of evil witches, Maya's first thought is,
Oh, hey, let's steal something.
I have a sneaking suspicion the Shades would likely chase after us if we did. I was hoping that there'd be more dialogue there, but I guess not. If these pots have been used in some sort of ceremony, there's no mistake these are certainly very old. Maya Faye is a fan thief and Mia is her persona! Did you buy a ticket? No, then it's not an amusement park tour. I mean, if it was an amusement park tour, I don't think you're allowed to just casually steal stuff off of, like, stands or whatever.
I bet that you're just dying to check out these relics, huh, Professor?
All right, that's the first of the 4 coins that apparently are hidden here.
Check out the branches on that tree. It kind of remind me of a stadium dome. Minus the stadium.
I'll say this. This whole area reminds me of the palace of King Louis from the Jungle Book. Shibbity woo woo, I wanna be like you. Indeed, and it would appear this arrangement of branches is natural, simply remarkable. In reality, this tree is really 2 trees grown together. Its twisted structure is simply fascinating. This make a sick Pokemon Coliseum? I really wish they allowed you to do more custom Coliseums when you go battling online.
That's the trunk. No, wait. That's a branch. A root? This tree's a jerk. Let's go.
Maya! Maya! Don't get mad at a tree! A tree can't be a jerk because of the way it looks. Oh my god, I love Maya so much. There should be like 3 more hidden coins somewhere, but I'm not seeing them. Well, there's 2. Okay, 2 more. 1 more. Where would the last one hide? Well, time to go for the old-fashioned spin your stylus in circles and hope for the best strategy, everyone. Sorry for the motion sickness. Okay, but what if that tree is shaped like a bird? Looks like it's giving you the bird. Can you flip it then? Oh, believe me, I would, but the Fox sensors won't allow it.
Excuse me, we wanted to ask you a question real quick. What exactly do you do in this forest?
We live to serve the mistress and carry out her orders, our tasks. The mistress speaks, we obey.
Tasks? Is that like your job?
Yes, my task is to assist all newly initiated shades.
Assist newly initiated shades?
That must have something to do with what the Great Witch said earlier. Anyone lost in these woods is to be made a member of the Shade family.
Asmodeus.
No worries, Max. You go do what you need to do. Dude, you can say you try out sunglasses. It's okay.
Although my tasks is made much more difficult as they run away. Why do they always run away? But we will not chase after you again. It is the mistress' orders.
Yeah, Maya's alive and Layton is alive. We have no idea why. I see. So you do everything the Great Witch commands.
Hey, I bet. Hey, I bet you guys are always fighting over the good tasks, huh? Who'd want to get stuck with the Great Witch's laundry?
I mean, if there was some guy there and who thinks the Great Witch is hot, I'd be down.
Seriously though, you guys are really close to turning me into a shade earlier. I'm seriously glad the professor came along when he did. Along when he did.
Well, don't really have much else to do here.
Who are these shades? We should investigate their community here in the forest. Oh my god, 5 hit coins? Okay.
Can we get too long didn't read how Layton and Maya are alive? No, it just casually cut to them in a forest being chased by witch shades. And we met up with the Great Witch, who may or may not be Bazella. And we're just like, well, okay, so for some reason we're here now. Okay.
Do you think this is where the shades live? It kind of looks like a village.
It appears so. They seem to lead a very simple lifestyle.
But they look so magical and fantastical. I figured they live somewhere way more, well, magical and fantastical.
Now that you mention it, they don't appear capable of using magic, do they?
I guess if they did, they'd only end up back at the witch trials.
Remember, and maybe within the law within Labyrinthia. Great Witch rules this forest. It is doubtful that such a law would exist here. I mean, alright, Ruby, if you so wish. No more puzzles for me. I'm done. They spent all their hint coins on a 20 picarat puzzle, but now they're stuck on a 60 picarat puzzle and I have to bail their ass out. More puzzles for me. Yeah, y'all know what it is. No limit. Do C and L, uh-huh.
Let's rage. I knew you were. You were going to come to me. And here you are. But you better choose carefully, because I'm capable of anything and everything. Make me your Aphrodite. Make me your one and only, but don't make me your enemy. Your enemy. Your enemy. Your enemy. So, you want to play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? Cause I'm coming at you like a... Oh my god, really? A dark horse? Are we sure this isn't a cover of Wrecking Ball, but by Katy Perry? Are you ready for a perfect storm? Cause once you're mine, there's no going back. Mark my words, this love of... oh my god, the more I read this, the more I feel like...
This is a bit stalkerish behavior.
This love will make you levitate like a bird without a cage. We're down to earth if you choose to walk away.
Don't walk away. Walk away. I don't know if I can make this very funny, guys. I'm sorry. You think this came out before Wrecking Ball? Really? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ruby. I don't think I can make this very funny. Can help if I want. I mean, if you have a voice suggestion in mind, by all means, but otherwise, I think I'm going to head back to the game. Sorry, Ruby. It's really sometimes, like, don't get me wrong, I do appreciate the song, dramatic song reading redemptions. It's just that sometimes I just don't have any good songs to work with. Like, I can't really think of anything clever to make them particularly funny. So I guess we're just going to get back to this. Sorry about that, Ruby. Save children's entertainment host for later. That would have been good.
Oh, that's true. You think we should tell them to just let loose? I bet they have some really flashy spells.
Let's focus our efforts on looking around this village first. Here's me a path leading out to the other side, too. Alright, let's see what we got around here. They've built a house up on a tree. How inventive. Layton, have you never heard of a tree house before? They must use a series of ladders to reach the top.
I knew you were smart, Professor. You do not want to hear Nick's thoughts on...
Ah, there it is. You do not want to hear Nick's thoughts on ladders, trust me. Well, technically, they didn't really argue about ladders. They just, like, talked about it. Alright, that's 1 down, 4 more to go.
So how's the tasks going? Working hard?
Huh? Oh, task. Well, duh, of course we are. Speaking of which, what's your task?
My task is to prepare food for everyone. I'm actually trying to come up with a menu today. I wouldn't exactly call my cooking appeasing or edible, but I must do what our mistress commands.
Remind us not to stop by for dinner.
Did you say something?
Me? Nope, not a thing. Hey, good luck. Try not to blow up the kitchen.
I wonder if they just, like, prepare cereal by pouring milk into it and it somehow just catches fire. Alright, that's 2, so there should be 3 more residing somewhere around here. I really hate forest areas because it actually really is hard to tell what things you can or can't examine for hint coins. Alright, that's 3. To be fair, Professor Layton is too gentlemanly to argue about step ladders like Maya and Nick would. True. There's all 5. The Shade Chef is actually Spencer from iCarly, but without no cooking talent. Hey, what do you got there? A smoothie. And to the houses found in Labyrinthia, the Shades' dwellings appear much more primitive.
Primitive? It doesn't look like they have indoor plumbing, Professor. That's worse than primitive. Give me a sec, guys. Feeling a little thirsty. Let me go grab a drink real quick. They pour milk before the cereal, in which case you find it hard to trust them. All right, if we're gonna break out that argument, what do you guys pour for first, the cereal or do you pour the milk?
I personally pour cereal first and then milk. Technically, that makes them more soggy, but I feel like fully crunchy cereal isn't the best. I don't want soggy cereal, but at the same time, I don't want my cereal to be like rock solid, you know what I mean? Cereals for losers, cook an egg or something. Touche.
Professor, I'm happy to report that the Shades have mastered well-making technology.
Indeed, this well reminds me of the features of Labyrinthia. Perhaps they share the same source.
Don't like cereal, cereal first, then milk, then bananas. Bananas and cereal? I respect that. Oh, you're not going to like me. Crunchy cereal, milk in glass. You know what? That's not the worst food crime I've ever heard, but I respect it. I actually do respect that. Cereal smoothie, though, no. God, no.
What should I put on today's menu?
It looks like he's struggling with what to put on the menu.
Man, it's almost as if he just said that, Maya. Thank you.
All I do is carry out my tasks the best I can and hope that one day I may be allowed to return to the town. Return? What do you mean? I am not too sure myself. Something I was told when I arrived. The Great Witch keeps a record of all the tasks we successfully complete. Then, when our accomplishments outnumber our failures, she will consider to returning us to the town.
They removed the hourglasses from Lucky Charms? They're what? Why? The hourglass is iconic. Why would they remove them? Why they turn them into unicorns?
That is what I believe, and that is why I continue to toil away at my tasks.
So does that mean these guys aren't witches?
From the sound of his voice, it would seem this particular shade is male. However, according to what you told me earlier, all witches here are female.
So then, who exactly are these shades? Say, who are you?
You found a unicorn and you'd rather eat them? I mean, depending on the people you ask. Maybe you eat a unicorn and you gain eternal life or something like that. I don't know.
Say, who are you?
My, how very direct. Shade is a shade. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, that wasn't really helpful.
Perhaps you can tell us what your particular task is.
That I cannot tell you. Those Shade's tasks are closely guarded secrets. All I can do is carry out my tasks and hope I may one day return to town. The details are secret. I don't think there was a hidden puzzle there, was there? Let's go back and check. Nope, there wasn't, and it doesn't look like there's a hidden puzzle. 5 more hidden coins? Good lord, okay.
Fascinating. But I would like nothing more than to examine that shrine. I'm afraid we must hurry on.
I wonder who built that thing. You know, it was the Shade's great.
All right, that is enough. Are you quite done?
Great-great-grandmother.
I watched Emperor's New Groove last night. It was very good. All right, that's one down.
I wonder if Wordsmith is still in the market for a new napping spot. This tree is total napping material.
Under better circumstances, this tree would be most ideal for enjoying a nice cup of tea under its shade.
This small path looks like...
The small path looks as it leads away from the Shades' village.
Yep, it's a path for walking.
Alright, that's 2. I think that's 2, right? So there should be 3 more around here, I believe. Oh, that's it. She's going down. Now. The wicked will be struck down from above. Oh, that'll work. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that normally works.
And so does this!
Well, saw this coming. Okay, I think that was 5, right? Let me double check real quick. For the last time, we did not order a large trampoline. Well, you could have told me that before I set it up! I swear, that movie is infinitely quotable. Give me a sec, guys. Summer allergies are acting up again. I return! Okay, so there should be one more hidden hint coin somewhere around here. It's not around this rock, it's not in these bushes, not in this bush either. It was not in this rock. Doesn't look like it's in the tree, theoretically. Is it in the tree in the background? No. Not those flowers, not that rock. Is it somewhere in the temple? It's not in the temple. Oh, it's on the pillar. Cool. 152! Yo, that's Chikorita's number! I'm terrible at my tasks. The worst. I'm even more terrible at following orders. A small misstep and it'll be my fault we have a serious situation on our hands. I feel sick just thinking about it. A serious situation? What kind of tasks do you have exactly?
I can't say. The only thing I can say is that my voice is getting progressively more nerdy.
Okay, I need to stop that. Especially since it's not much of an exaggeration of my normal voice either. God, I hate my voice.
Why are you so nervous anyway?
It's because she's watching always. She's always watching. She sits up there in her mansion and she just keeps on watching.
Mansion? You mean the Great Witch lives nearby? No movie is infinitely quotable. There's only so many lines of dialogue in it. You know what? Touche, Woot.
Please let this be a normal field trip. What, the Frizz? No way. Aww.
Cruising down Main Street. Anyway.
On the other hand, on the other side of the river, it's quite far, but she can't see her every move.
So it's across the river then. Ruby, like, don't get me wrong. You're feel free to feel anything you want, but you don't have to force a conversation if you don't want, if no one's not really responding.
Professor, we're sure to rub her into her again there. It's where she lives after all. An octopus in the neighborhood?
Best course of action may be to try and make our way there. There's still many questions to be answered.
Cusco also probably has my favorite gag in the entire movie. Let me guess. We're about to go over a waterfall.
Yeah, that's when we'll finally see she's the real deal or not, right, Professor?
That's right, Miss Faye. Let us make our way across the river.
Drop rocks at the bottom? Most likely. Bring it on.
Oh, I'm terrible at my tasks.
Blah, 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 blah. All right, let's get out of here. Ooh! Well now, that house looks rather familiar, doesn't it?
And we're back to 3 hit coins. Whoa! Check out the beautiful scenery, Professor!
It's quite an open space, isn't it? Get across the river, the Great Witch's mansion is slightly visible.
Yeah, you can just about make out the roof from here. Hey, do you think that wall behind it could be Labyrinthia's outer wall?
It is quite possible. Which would mean these Eldritch Woods must be located directly outside Labyrinthia.
Huh? But isn't that kind of strange? The people of Labyrinthia said that nothing exists outside of town, didn't they?
Yes, quite. I too have heard the townsfolk make such assertions. In fact, the very gate we used to enter Labyrinthia disappeared as soon as we passed it. I believe there must be some kind of a trick behind it.
It looks like we've got quite a lot to discuss with Little Miss Great Witch, don't we?
Oh man, Little Witch Academia? I love that series.
That we do. Let us continue, Miss Faye.
There better be magic involved or you're going to be cheese. No one got a ladder to see over the wall. Yeah. Well, here's the problem. They're too busy arguing whether or not it's a step ladder or a normal ladder. It's like, we should make a ladder to look over the wall. And they're like,
Oh, don't you mean make a step ladder? Say, I think we're entitled to a few flowers, don't you think? We are the Great Witch's guests, after all.
These flowers certainly have a most unique scent.
oh, Daddy, you know what's amazing? I actually backed the second OVA, and I actually got a physical disc version of it too. It's so good. I think it even came with an art book.
Miss Faye, please refrain from picking the flowers.
All right, that's one, so there should be 2 more hidden somewhere.
Is that a mansion over there on the other side? Do you think that's where the Great Witch's evil secret lair?
Could that be? Let's find a way across and examine the side ourselves.
All right, that's 2 as soon as I can lock onto it. There we go. Yes, clearly a hint coin is hiding in the sky in the clouds.
That must be Labyrinthia. But seems this forest is just outside of the town.
Nick and the others must still be inside there somewhere, huh?
Should be like 1 more hint coin somewhere unless I miscounted. Nope, there it is. Oh boy, why do I feel like you're probably going to be a puzzle? Because it was like, oh hey, we need to figure a way to cross the river, and all I'm thinking is,
My puzzle senses is going off.
I knew it!
Oh no, the bridge is out!
has been completely destroyed. All that remains are a few bits of debris and a small boat floating across the shore.
Oh, dude, I love art books too. Like, one of the things that I really want to get is actually the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 art book. You know, the one that's more detailed. But unfortunately, I think that's only in Japanese, and I don't know if I can get a copy of it off of Amazon or something like that. Mind you, I don't really like buying things off of Amazon unless it's like, oh man, well, I need this within the day. I guess we have to do Amazon because I can't go anywhere else to buy it. But aside from that, though, God, I really hate shopping off Amazon. They all, like, yeah, they get me stuff quickly, but at the same time, they charge you an arm and a leg for it. And they also are super unhelpful if something bad happens. Like my stupid VODs. Are you two looking for a way to cross the river?
Yes, that's right. Is there no way across?
There's a way across. I sure wish I knew what it was. I sort of have a mini crisis here. Why did I have to get stuck with the task of reporting the daily task progress to the Great Witch? Granted, I get the task in the bask in the presence of the mistress and take in her gorgeous visage, which is actually pretty amazing. But being unable to cross the river, I can't even carry out my task now, let alone adore her unparalleled beauty. Now I want to know how pretty the witch is. Well, you know what? She'll be even prettier if she had a nice big hat. Big witch hats are an aesthetic for me. For imported books, you usually buy from CD Japan. Alright, CD Japan. I'll try to keep that in mind. I might ask you about that later.
Oh well, you know what they say, you either sink or swim. Hope you brought your bathing suits, we're swimming across.
I can't swim.
We'll have to find another way.
Wait a sec! Professor, can you not swim? It's okay, I bet you could flip your hat over and ride it like a boat. It looks like it could float on the water real good.
Maya, don't taunt a god like that.
Swimming has nothing to do with it. I do not think using my hat as a boat would be the best idea, Miss Faye. Stepping into the hat would result in my leg being chomped off. I'll go across and fetch that small boat. Should be able to jump across rather easily using the bits of debris on the water. I'll then be able to use the boat to create a path all the way across. Rest assured, Miss Faye, this is my specialty.
Your specialty is being able to cross a river by jumping across debris. Alright.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. You don't miss a beat, do you, Professor? Good luck.
Oh man, anybody love the dead or alive butt bouncing minigame? Help the professor make a bridge for Maya by knocking the logs into the water. Move next to the logs and touch the hammer icon on the touchscreen to knock them over. Think carefully about the direction and order in which to knock over the logs. Touch the arrows to move the professor. Touch the hammer icon while in front of a log to knock it into the water and make a bridge. Navigate the river and knock over the logs to create a wave across for Maya. Where did you even get the hammer from, Professor? Oh! I thought you only knock over one of the logs. I didn't know you could knock over both. Can I knock any more? I can't. Well, now that I know better, let's redo this. Okay, first things first, we need to make sure she can cross over the other way, and the only way to do that is knocking this over that way. I'm thinking that we're actually going to have to create a pathway forward by knocking this over to the side like this. Let's redo that. Hang on. Let's see now. If I create a pathway that way... Oh, wait, I have an idea. So if I do this... Oh, wait, I shouldn't do that. So basically, what they want me to do is have Maya enter from above. So what I want to do is actually create a path forward from the opposite side, like so. And by doing that, boom, bridge made. Fellow Keijo enthusiast, I see. Exactly, Gaddy. I did watch that anime. It was hilarious.
Solving puzzles.
Great! Maya and the professor made it safely across. Professor, why didn't you just ride the boat back with Maya? From the hat, obviously, they have a symbiotic relationship because they both love puzzles, and the hat can store anything Layton needs for these puzzles. Like a wander, like wander from Wander Over Yonder. Okay. Did you know that Kana from Blaster Master Zero used to be a shark-like character? Oh my god, really? That's hilarious. Yes, now I can give my mistress today's report. Thank you so much. I don't know how to repay you.
It was no trouble. A broken bridge would be inconvenient to everyone after all.
By the way, what kind of tasks did the Great Witch give you two? I'm itching to know.
Huh?
What's her task? Let's see. Oh, that's it. We're puzzle solvers. Yep, that's right.
Puzzle solvers. Ah, of course. That makes sense. Well, yeah, both performed your task magnificently. Please excuse me. I must report to the mistress. Now I can go back to truly enjoying my task. Farewell! And now I get to go and stare at my boss for hours.
Wow, he's really booking it. Man, we really did something good, huh?
Yeah, we sure did encourage lewd behavior today.
That we did, Miss Faye. Now let's press on with our task.
I'm sorry, I can't hear press on anymore without thinking about Fiora.
This was indeed a formidable puzzle. However, I was confident we could solve it.
Alright, no hidden puzzles here, but 3 hidden coins. Let's go. Oh, mistress! Mistress!
Has something happened to the Great Witch?
I would.
He just wanted to bask in the curvature. The satisfaction of. Never mind.
Thank you for the 69 bits, Wolf. Add that to the objection count. What is the objection count currently at anyway? I went up to her room, but there was no answer. Oh, mistress, oh, most venerable witch. All I heard were weird sounds of moans.
Maybe she's just not in the mood to talk. Everyone has their days.
Did Maya just imply that the witch is on her period? No, never. She would never do that. The mistress always answers us. Why did I say that? Now I'm just thinking of awful, awful things.
Wow, I gotta say I'm surprised. It sounds like she was really thankful to you guys. Maybe she just stepped out. If she stepped out, we would know. Oh, what could have happened to you, mistress?
That reminds me. She mentioned there was a visitor waiting for her. Words to that effect.
And that visitor... I mean, wrong voice. And that visitor must still be waiting around for her, right? Oh no, they were both inside the room. Aha! I got it. Zavari! The supposed visitor is really some shady ex-knight looking for revenge.
This game definitely takes place after case 3-2 then.
Faye, please refrain from putting any terrible scenarios in his head.
Regardless, we
Must continue inside. Seems rather serious. Something rather serious is afoot. The horses have plenty of food and water. Must say they seem quite content.
Horses! Okay, what do I have to do to get Nick on one of these? Money is no object.
Oh, don't worry, we already got artwork of that. Alright, that's 1 hint coin. Should be 2 more somewhere around here.
Fog is very dense here. Gives this area a most unearthly feel.
It's really hard to see around here. Who needs a security system when you've got fog, right, Professor?
Alright, that's 2. Should be 1 more somewhere. Not on the house. Maybe in the rosebuds?
These are sure some pretty flowers, and they're everywhere. Quick, put some under your hat, Professor.
Maya, do you have, are you trying to feed the Eldritch hat so it doesn't feast upon you?
Now, Miss Faye, is not a gentleman's place to take what does not belong to him.
But Maya's not a gentleman. She's a lady. And we all know...
Okay, that actually sounds misogynistic if I say that. Never mind. Oh, venerable mistress, should some harm have befallen you, I don't know what I shall do. Alright, turn down the simp levels, my friend. Mistress! Mistress! Please answer something, anything! If something were to happen to you,
Whoa! That one's really freaking out. Hey, maybe I should pretend to be Bazella. I can be all like, silence, minions!
But they're not yellow, though.
Indeed, I wonder what could have happened here.
Maybe she turned her visitor into a gold statue. Hopefully this one doesn't lose an arm. Oh, mistress, please answer. What could have happened?
Excuse me, but could you perhaps tell us what is going on here?
We heard a loud noise from the mistress's room just a moment ago. We called out to her, but there was no answer. Oh god, I really hope this doesn't lead into the next case. I do not want another murder victim on my hands. There was nothing, no answer at all. This isn't like her.
A loud noise, huh? Maybe that was the sound of the Great Witch being attacked.
No, to harm one as beautiful as her. What barbarian would do? Oh my god, are all the shades actually her simps? But if she was attacked, then that means the attacker is still... Ah, just thinking about it is making me shake in my room. Oh, and you're all piss ants too. Come on, someone open the door.
All right, guys, first things first, we gotta get this door open.
You're welcome to try, but we have already exhausted our options. You see, only the mistress has the key to this door. And suddenly Sora busts through the door. Did someone ask for a key? However, if something has happened, we had better hurry. The Shades are like the happy cultists if they had the mouthpiece of Ardanian soldiers, while also being massively horny for their boss. Use your head.
I don't want to use my head! Ah!
How terrifying. I mean, please help us, but how utterly terrifying. Ah, you Weasley wimps.
These appear to be the flowers that grow in the vicinity of the mansion.
More flowers! I bet Bella would love these. Seriously, Professor, put some under your hat. For real, maybe we can cast a spell to remove your Eldritch hat from existence finally. They really cranked up the heat on this pot. Look at that blue liquid bubble.
Such a myriad of instruments. Creating these liquids must need the most precise measurements.
My task is quite an important one.
That's a ridiculously huge pot. I wonder what's cooking in there.
You, stop! Do not interfere with my task!
I'm sorry, I won't.
There appears to be 2 pots, each with a different substance being cooked.
Whoa, check that out, Professor. The color changed. How'd they do that?
Well, I agree the change in color is rather peculiar. Or interested in its smell. I have a strange feeling I smelled this very same odor somewhere before.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it does seem kind of familiar, doesn't it?
Come on, there should be. Yep, there it is.
I hope that's all I needed.
Hang on, let me do a quick move just so I can see if there's any more. If there's any more hint coins I can find. Oh, yeah, there are 2. Probably should do a quick save in case I accidentally find a puzzle somewhere. Remember, Professor, always do a scientific smell. Waft the smell through your nose with your hand and not stand directly over and sniff. Is that actually how you're supposed to scientifically smell some stuff? You waft it and not, like, stand directly near it? That makes sense, so that way you don't get the chemicals up your nose, I guess.
I wonder which liquid has the most bubbles when it boils, red or blue?
That is quite a sizable pot. It must take quite a bit of time to get that amount to a boil.
Red flour mix in, stir. Red flour mix in, stir. Red flour, what? I'm out! No more stirring, no more mixing.
Those not red flowers in that basket over there.
Red flowers, yes! I'm restocked! Back to mixing, back to stirring.
This flower blooms just off the shore of the lake, does it not? It would seem your task is to mix these flowers into the pot, is that right?
Red flour mix in, stir. Red flour mix in, stir.
Boy, he's seriously concentrating so hard he can't even afford to have a conversation. Wonderful weather today, wouldn't you say?
Red flour mix in, stir. Red flour.
Ever the social butterfly, Miss Faye?
Careful now, those red flowers might be something, might cause an allergy. Mix equal measures of red and blue. Ugh, I can't do it.
The Shade's task is proving to be quite challenging for her.
Isn't her task to mix the red and blue liquids together? Yes, they must be combined in equal measure, but no matter how many times I try, I cannot get it. Please, can you help me? Huh? You want us to help?
I must admit, I am quite fascinated by the mixing process at work here.
Oh, yo, I hope it's a mathematical problem. I'm pretty good at doing those.
Very well, let us give us a helping hand.
Like, it's like, oh, you can only do like 1/4 of a bottle or something like that. Yep, looking right to me. Oh boy, it's 40 picarats though, so this might be a little tricky. Give me a sec. Oh my god, I really hope these summer allergies end soon. I just want to play games. Fill the 8-liter container with the Shadow's top secret green glowing potion. To make equal measures of blue and red together to make the secret potion. Any other ratio will create an explosive black potion. Touch a container to fill it. Be careful not to overfill. Pour the liquid between the containers. Touch a container filled with the liquid and then touch the container you wish to pour that liquid into. You can only pour as much liquid as the container will allow. So, wait, what do I need to do? Okay, so basically, I need to create equal measures of blue and red. Huh. Wait, what? I thought they wanted, wait, hang on. Oh, I need to make a 4. Okay, I'm an idiot. Never mind, I understand now. I thought like just combining 5 and 5 would be the answer. No, that's not it. Okay, so basically I need to figure out how to make 4 out of this. Okay, let me do the math in my head. Okay, so if I have 8 minus 5, that creates 3. And if I poured this 3 into this 5... And then if I poured this 5 into this 3... that creates 2. That's good. Pour this 3 into that 3 to make a 5. And that creates a 1, which we can then pour into this. That makes a 3. And then I pour this 5 into here, which makes a 2. But that doesn't help me. Actually, you know what? Let's actually start with the blue concoction. So if I pour that 5 there, we get a 2 there. And then we pour this 2 into here. And then we pour this 3 into here. And then we pour this 8 into the 3. Actually, no, hang on. I think I'm onto something here, so I want to get that 2. That's for sure. I pour this into here. Now make a 3. Okay, and then I poured this 2 into here. Oh wait, I can't mix them immediately? Okay, never mind. So I have to mix 4 and 4 instantly. Okay, that one's a little weird. If we're going to do that, then we want to do this. And then we pour this here, and then we pour this here. And that creates a 5. And we pour this here. And we pour you 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 in here. And we pour you in here. Then, oh wait. Okay, and then we pour 3 here. Then we pour 5 here. And then we pour this 3 in here, and then we pour this 5 in here. So that gets 2. And then we pour this in here, which makes a 1. Which then we pour in here. Then we pour in here, which creates a 2. And then we pour this over here. And then we pour this in here to create a 2. And then we pour this in here to make a 5. And then we pour this in here to make a 3. And then we pour this in here to get a 2. And then we pour this in here to get a 5. And then we pour this over here to get 3. And then we pour this over here to get 2 in the jar. And then I'm an idiot because I think I just did exactly the same thing I did before. And then we poured this in here to get a 7. We poured the 1 into the 5. We poured the 7 into the 3. And then we have a 4. Boom! Okay, we got 4s. Now the real tricky part is trying to get a 4 in 4 blue. I don't know math! But here's the thing. If I try to pour the 2 into the 8, right now, it will instantly screw me up. I don't know how to get a 4 into the vat. And I'm back to where I started. Maybe I need to get the blue first. Oh, wait a second. Does it have to be the 8 one? No, it has to be the 8 one. I can't not do the 8 one. Because theoretically, I could have just done like 5 red and 5 blue and that would have gotten it, but no. No, it has to be the 8 one. So I need to get 4. I need to somehow to make a 4 blue. As well as 4 red without mixing each other. See, I can do math. The issue is that you're given limited amount of space to work with that I was able to get the 4 earlier. That's not the issue. It's the issue of trying to figure out how the hell are you supposed to put it into the 8 without accidentally doing it all at once. That's not the math. That's not math. That's something else. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. You have to do it all at once. Hmm. Would I like a tiny hint? I'll take the hint in terms of what the wording actually means. Can you like correct the word? If you can correct the wording, go ahead, but I don't want a hint otherwise. Because like if the wording on what the puzzle is wrong, I want the correct wording. Basically, the only thing not allowed is anything resulting in a black potion. Any other ratio will create an explosion black potion. Equal measures of blue and red together to make the secret potion. And I can't pour this in here because it results in a black potion. If I pour this in here, it results in all red. And that creates a black potion. I am so confused here. You're allowed to mix green outside of the 8-liter. Oh! Oh! Okay, you know what? That actually makes this a lot easier then. In that case, then we theoretically just can make 2 and 2. Yo, Kojin, how's it going, man? See, that's the thing that I needed to know. Okay, in that case, that's not hard to do at all. All we have to do is, like, get a good mixture of green and green. Oh my god! Gaddy! How the hell? See, that makes a lot more sense now. See, now this is easy to do. I was like, hey, Kojin, how's it going? I was stuck on this puzzle because I didn't realize that I can just basically do this. Boom! Instant answer.
I've already seen the answer.
See, like, I didn't realize you can make green outside of the 8 container. Success! But just what is that used for anyway? You did it! You actually did it!
I knew you could do it, Professor. Our shade friend here looks pretty pleased.
This liquid has most mysterious glow. Wonder what type of dye they used. Yet this scent, it smells oddly familiar.
Don't worry about it, Kojin. I feel like we're probably going to have to do another puzzle like that eventually.
Perhaps I smelt it when I arrived in this town. No, I believe this scent before that.
Mistress! Ah! What the? What's wrong?
There's quite a bit of commotion coming from the entrance in that room. Believe something may have happened. Quickly, Miss Faye!
Right.
Yeah, so Kojin, do you ever play Yu-Gi-Oh? We wandered into the secret village of spellcasters. It's Ecto Cooler. Yeah, I think, no, Ecto Cooler was green. High C is normally orange, though. Excuse me. Ah! What gives? Could you please not scare me like that?
Our apologies. There seems to be a great many of you gathered here. Has something happened inside?
Something did happen. Oh, I can't even think about it. It's just so horrible.
So what is this horrible thing that happened?
The mistress, the great witch, she's... Oh, please, don't tell me that she's dead. You can be a little more specific about gone.
What?
Gone.
Well, time to break into a lady's room, everyone. Oh. How are Maya and Layton still alive? So basically, Maya fell through the cage. Apparently, there was a cart that dragged her to the forest, and Layton passed out, and he woke up here. I don't think the statue was actually Layton. Oh, mistress, I knew something was destined to happen. I have felt a premonition most disturbing. How did this happen? I saw no one enter or leave this room. Ah, a locked room mystery. Cool. The entrance to the room was sealed shut. Where could she have gone?
This place definitely screams something serious just went down, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know, ignore all the blood splatter on the ground. Or maybe it's just like red wine. What do I know?
It certainly seems so, Miss Faye. Unfortunately, the culprit seems to have disappeared.
But no time for that. We got hidden coins to find. I mean, yeah, there's blood all over this hint coin, but it's still a hint coin. Why would I not grab it? 164.
The curtain hanging from this wall appears to have suffered a single tear down the middle.
Wait, Professor, let me check. All right, it's clear. No one's hiding behind the curtain.
I like how Maya insists on protecting Professor Layton more than she wants to try to protect a Phoenix. That's actual blood money? Nah, it's fine. Exactly what Lindea said. Blood gives the coin a nice shade. I'll say, hey Lindea, how you doing?
This red liquid managed to get sprayed through quite a bit of the room.
Wait, that's on multiple of 3? Yeah, a few different spots gave me 5 hint coins for some reason, and one spot gave me 4. I don't know why.
From the looks of this place, the Great Witch definitely had her hands full, but what happened? That's... Whoa, no kidding, Professor.
It would seem the Shades made quite the mess searching for the Great Witch. Let us inquire everyone in the room to get a better understanding of the situation at hand.
Right. How about we start with that shade over there?
A good suggestion, Miss Faye.
Excuse me, do you think we could ask you a couple of questions?
Sure, what is it? It's not like I'm busy or anything.
Could you perhaps explain to us what you saw when you entered the room?
Yes, we all heard what sounded like a fight happening on the other side of the door. No matter how many times we called out to the mistress, there was no reply. We thought something might have happened to the mistress, so we forced the door open. But when we got inside, she was nowhere to be found.
You say she was nowhere to be found, and there was a whole door closed the whole time?
Yes, it was most certainly closed, but somehow the mistress managed to disappear. Did you even see her enter the room?
So let me get this straight. She disappeared from a sealed room, and then the room was found in a big mess? Professor, you know what this means? This means magic must be behind it.
This is quite a peculiar situation. The Great Witch mentioned having to meet with a visitor. You happen to know if that person was in this room?
A visitor? I vaguely remember a visitor. I do remember hearing another voice. To be honest, I didn't actually see them.
And there's no other exits present in this room, is that correct?
Correct. This main door is the only one.
Okay, so the Great Witch and her visitor both disappeared from the room. And even with all these shades around, no one saw a single person enter or leave the room?
Or perhaps, Miss Faye, this visitor simply managed to stay incognito during the ensuing commotion. That is one possibility.
It's okay, guys. She's just using the mirror. Exactly.
Huh? What do you mean, Professor?
No one has seen the visitor prior to the incident, so even if that person was seen in this room, clearly no one would have realized it was them.
But wouldn't an outsider stick out like a sore thumb here? All the shades are dressed the same.
Indeed, any outsider would certainly stand out. I imagine the shades would be quick to apprehend them. However, what if this person were to disguise themselves as a shade?
Oh, you're right! Maybe they disguised themselves as a shade right before the others came into the room.
Precisely. Rather disheveled appearance of this room would immediately draw one's attention, thus proving the perfect distraction for the culprit to hide.
Okay, so where's this visitor now?
No one has left this room since we entered. Therefore, he or she must still be in this very room.
Right then, let's hurry up and catch him.
Well, obviously you ripped their faces off, right?
Or to do that, we must question everyone currently present in the room and gather some information.
What do you mean? Ah, why did you have to say that, Dirt Dog? Well, when you play Guess Who, it's Among Us a mystery.
My apologies for troubling you once again. Could you please gather together everyone who entered the room?
Emergency meeting! Yes, right away. All right, guys. Did you see anyone vent? What was the last thing you were doing? I was down in electrical. Also, I got perfect wires, by the way. 5 shades entered the room. It's unknown who entered first. Touch letters. Hang on a second, guys. Sorry about that, everyone. I thought there was someone knocking at my door, and I got really scared for a moment there, so I had to check up on stuff. Now then. 5 shades entered the room. It's unknown who entered first. Touch the letters A through E on the touchscreen to see each of the shades' comments. Listen carefully and work out the order they all entered the room. First shade that entered the room is the culprit. Shades A through E are listed on the touchscreen below. Touch each of them to view their accounts of when they entered the room. Touch the pieces on the touchscreen below and slide the stylus to move them about. Lift the stylus from the screen to release a piece and swap it. Touch submit when you think you have the answer. Those whose robes were stained with the color liquid is somewhere in the front and behind me. Those whose robes were stained with colored liquid were somewhere in front and behind me. There was already someone in front of me when I arrived. A little one trailed behind me. Wait, how do I know which one of them? Wait, one of them might be lying though. Let's see. Someone in front of you when a little one trailed behind you. Okay, so you must be in the front and you must be in the back. And you said that a little one trailed behind you? He who stood ahead of me did not resemble me in size nor stature. Okay, that makes sense. One of the small ones came third. My robes were stained with this red liquid as I was carrying out my given task. It is unrelated. I was last to arrive. Okay, so one of the small ones came third. You're not... What's your definition of small? Yo, Seesaw! What have you missed in both this stream and the last? Last stream, Phoenix and Luke were investigating what's going on with the witch trial system. Maya and Layton, turns out are not dead, and they are currently investigating the Witch Covenant or something like that. You think B and C are the small ones? One of the small ones came third. There was already someone in front of me when I arrived. A little one trailed behind me. Those rows were stained with colored liquid somewhere in front and behind me. He stood ahead of me, did not resemble me in size nor stature. Those rows were stained with colored liquid were somewhere in front and behind me. My rows were stained with this red liquid as I was carrying out my given tasks. As unrelated, I was last to arrive. Drink a liquid that's neither red nor blue? Got it, dream purple. Oh, you know, OJ, milk, purple stuff. Oh, hey, Sunny D. Okay, I think I'm right in this setup. Because, like, the small ones came third. There was already someone in front of you when you arrived, and a little one trailed behind you. You're little, and you are third. He who stood ahead of me did not resemble me in size nor stature. Well, neither size nor stature resemble you. Those whose rows are stained with colored are somewhere in front and behind me. And you were last to arrive. Yeah, that's about right.
Let's see if I've proven myself. You should expect no less from a gentleman.
Great, solid detective work. It turns out the larger shadow was the culprit all along.
It would appear you are not quite the same as the other shades present in this room. The one who was in this room with the Great Witch was you, was it not?
Impressive work, Sir Top Hat.
Is that Graham? Or Barnum, rather.
What? Well, what are you doing here?
The Great Witch's visitor was in fact you, Inquisitor Barnum.
I have to say, that logic of yours is still as keen as ever, Sir Top Hat.
Logic, coupled with careful, precise thinking, can topple any mystery.
Man, I freaking love Layton. He's so cool and smart. I love this guy. He makes being a nerd awesome.
So tell us, what exactly are you doing here in this place?
I might ask the same of the two of you. How can it be that both of you are still alive? You were turned into a gold statue, and was she not sent to the flames as a witch?
Listen, don't make me have to break out still alive.
Hey, I am not a witch.
This must be the Great Witch's handiwork as well.
What? No way. Inquisitor Barnum? Did you kill the Great Witch?
What on earth are you talking about? I remember doing no such thing.
You wretched liar. What have you done with the mistress?
Spare me. The condition of this unkempt room is but the result of its equally unkempt master.
Insolence! None shall speak ill of the mistress!
Please stay calm. Inquisitor Barnum, please tell us the state in which you found this room. Tell us what happened here.
But magic confuses the normal person's memories, right, Barnum? I love my chat right now. I really do.
It would would seem the presence of an Inquisitor has fouled the atmosphere with the stench of distrust. Very well. I will tell you what I know.
I did not think the situation would evolve to such a state. I only came seeking the one that could cast some light on the doubts that plague my mind.
And just who is this mysterious one?
Cannot say. Very well, please continue, Inquisitor. I followed them and was led here to this strange forest. That is why I was here. I was aiming to put a stop to whatever plan the Great Witch was attempting to concoct. Why does he look like he belongs in Organization 13 right now? Blame the shades. So, you disguised yourself in their robes and made your way here to this room in hopes of foiling their plans. All those who doubt the storyteller and speak ill of his word are a threat to all of Labyrinthia and its citizens. Of course, the witch refused to speak with me, and as such I reached for my sword. I lost my consciousness. Perhaps it was one of her detestable magic spells.
Magic? Lies! Your words are nothing but lies!
I am true to my word! That was what happened before you forced open the door. That is why I lost sight of the Great Witch and was left stranded in this room. I intended to make my escape a quick one in order to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. You lost consciousness, then you did not see the Great Witch disappear, is that correct? Regrettably so.
Liar! You did it! Because you viewed the Great Witches!
How many times must you accuse me? A court knight is always true to his word.
Wait. Then how'd you explain all this blood everywhere?
Actually, I do not believe this is blood.
What?
I did not draw my sword. No blood should have been spilt.
Well then, what is it?
Could be that strange liquid we saw the shades brewing earlier.
Oh, I think you're right. It sure smells like it.
Maya clearly did not obey the lessons of don't smell things in chemistry class.
Perhaps one of these jars contained the liquid was knocked over during the struggle,
And it spilled all over the room?
the liquid must have splattered into the middle of the room, thus creating the scene we now see before us.
Dude, it's covered the entire floor and the walls. How can one little container spill that much?
I see. Now that you mention it, it does look like there's a broken jar on the floor over there.
Now, let's not engage in hyperbole now, chat. Come on.
Okay, there really have been no other way for the Great Witch to have escaped. According to the shades, there is not.
Then is the answer not clear? She must have used magic to disappear.
Not quite. Magic is not the only method through which one can exit a locked room.
Hey, are you saying this whole thing is like one giant puzzle, Professor?
She managed to disappear out of a locked room with no other apparent exits. What other method could there be?
Regardless, we must search the room thoroughly for any clues.
Got it, Professor. I'm positive there's a clue or two lying around here somewhere. Look, I found a paw print right here.
Indeed, Miss Faye, shall we begin? Oh? Could this be?
Did you find something, Professor?
Miss Faye, please come and take a look at this.
It's a throne.
This throne does not appear to have any of the red liquid on it.
Sure looks that way.
However, if we just move this to the side...
must have gotten shoved here during Inquisitor Barnum's mad struggle. But what does this mean?
This throne does not have a single drop of the red liquid on it, yet the wall behind it does. Why do you think that is?
Well, because this throne was in a different spot when Inquisitor Barnum was having the fight of his life.
Very sound reasoning, Miss Faye. Who do you think could have moved it?
Well, no, here's the thing. The throne was blocking it, so we didn't realize until then.
Well, it must have been Inquisitor Barnum when he was battling it out both tooth and nail.
Wow, Maya really wants to lay it on to Barnum, doesn't she? Well, it's not a battle fought with either teeth nor nails. And I have no recollection of moving this throne at any stage.
In other words, the only one who could have moved this throne was the Great Witch herself. And I believe moving this throne is in some way connected to what she did next.
What she did next? Oh, you mean her little disappearing act?
Wielding that logic you love so much. But remember, this is the Great Witch we are discussing. She could have easily used a magic spell to disappear.
Lies! The mistress's disappearance is your doing. You will return her at once. Please bring her back to us. Oh, you detestable knight. We won't forget this. Hold on a second. Whoa, where did you guys get those weapons? Tell us what really happened here. Tell us there's nowhere for you to run. Oh, this is not good. Inquisitor Barnum looks ready to rip them to shreds.
Oh. Oh. Listen well, servants of the Great Witch. If you seek the truth, you must find it yourselves.
Whoa! No wonder Inquisitor Barnum is so famous around town. He truly is an incredible knight.
I cannot waste any more time here. Must make haste and return to protect the storyteller. Sir Top Hat. It was a pleasure crossing swords with you once again.
Honor, Inquisitor Barnum.
Miss Faye.
Yeah?
Your courageous acts of bravery are worthy of my respect and admiration.
Courageous acts of bravery?
That is all for now. Until next time. Farewell.
He's gone.
I just realized that he just cut the chandelier from the ceiling.
Perhaps the good Inquisitor has anticipated the Great Witch making another appearance. Must have thought of it's more important to work out her next move rather than dwell on how she disappeared. Inquisitor Barnum is set on ensuring the storyteller's safety and continuing the fight against the witches. He is quite determined to stay true to his responsibility as an Inquisitor. Miss Faye, let us have one more good look around the room.
Right, let's find some clues.
We're starting to find something that can solve the mystery of how the Great Witch managed to seemingly disappear. Let's continue our investigation.
I'm trying to give the game the benefit of the doubt, don't get me wrong.
Here's the thing.
I'm not usually someone who jumps to conclusions right away. I always like to learn about a character more before I assume there's something up going on with them. It's like I'm seeing chat get all up in arms saying how, oh man, Barnum's a terrible person. Oh man, Barnum was a colossal asshole to us. And don't get me wrong, I don't disagree. Everything he's done so far has been pretty shitty, but there's also glimmers of him doing some actual nightly things. And I'm like, I feel like I want to know more about the character. I want to be able to see what he does in the future because, like, for me, it's usually like you need to know the whole story of a character before you really get to know them, I find. But I also understand that, man, like, just because, like, you find out more about a character doesn't redeem them for the early actions they did, because it becomes like a character inconsistency kind of thing where it's like, man, the way they behave earlier in the story doesn't match up with how they behave later in the story. So I totally understand that logic right there. But I don't know, like for me when it comes to story analysis, I always like to be able to judge a character arc based off of the entire story rather than what limited information were provided. Especially in the last court case, as soon as the pieces were falling into piece about the truth, he just let it come out rather than just demanding his way. Exactly!
Hey, Professor, take a look at the wall over here where the chair was. Does it look like that wall could be a door leading to a secret passageway?
Well, lo and behold.
As I suspected, it would seem the Great Witch did not really disappear into thin air.
Barnum is just shook from Maya forcing him to self-examine. Wait, you mean I'm not you mean you're not actually a witch? Oh my god, how many innocent girls have I sentenced to death?
Although it is still unknown by what method she was able to make Inquisitor Barnum lose consciousness.
Yeah, like, I'll say this. Even though I played an entire route of 3 houses, I don't even feel comfortable enough to talk definitively about certain characters until I played the rest of the routes. Like, I remember when I was playing through the Black Eagles route, I was saying how much I hated Rhea. But I feel like I really need to play her route before I can really say that I feel that way about Rhea. So, like, it's one of those things I gotta know more about a character before I can say definitively. Yeah, exactly what Lundea said. Like, the only route I played is Black Eagles. I still need to play the rest of the routes to judge the characters.
We can assume she took advantage of this situation and escaped through the secret passage.
Don't worry about it, Bomatron. You didn't miss all that much.
But Professor, even if we go after her now, do you think we'd catch her? What should we do?
I believe she intended for us to discover the secret passage. The same she has us right in the palm of her hand. However, if we are to discover the truth, we must continue to move forward.
You said it! Alright, let's get going, Professor.
Oh, okay. We're finally at the end of chapter 5. I think. Yeah, this was probably just like one of the investigation stuff. Chapter 6, Secrets of the Underground Ruins. I guess we're going to be heading back to Phoenix and Luke. Never mind. What? Where the hell are we?
Who would have thought something like this would exist underground? This place is totally different from Labyrinthia. It kind of looks like something straight out of a history book.
A long-forgotten remnant of the past. It does stir up a desire to explore.
I feel like we wandered inside an Egyptian tomb or something.
Come on, Professor. Let's go explore this place.
I'm afraid that finding the Great Witch is our utmost priority.
Oh, I can just answer that for you, Kojin. Someone already told me it's 10 chapters. I mostly asked because I want to know how long the game was.
Okay, in that case, let's hurry up and catch her so we can do some serious exploration of these ruins.
Indeed. Archaic ruins are my speciality, after all.
I thought your speciality was you crossing a lake by jumping on debris and then swimming a boat over backwards.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot you're an archaeologist, Professor.
Now then, shall we begin our search?
I will say I looked up one spoiler for myself. The last trial is 3 chapters long. Lying at the end of the secret passage leading from the mansion were some underground ruins lit by pools of water. What is the purpose of these ruins lying deep within the forest? As an archaeologist, I have to wonder why a huge underground space as this was constructed. No, stick fighting is his speciality. This man's just Indiana Jones. He's basically British Indiana Jones if he was British and really, really likes tea. Indiana Jones ain't the only fictional archaeologist with a cool hat. I'm down to hear another one if you have one, Seesaw.
Whoa! How high does the ceiling go?
Oh, you know what? Nico Robin. Nico Robin has cool hats. He's British if he's British. Shut up, Gaddy.
Whoa, how high does the ceiling go? I can't even see it from here.
It appears these ruins are quite large, simply fascinating.
This door won't budge. It looks like it needs a key to open. I bet you the Great Witch is on the other side of this door.
Yes, that is a possibility, however. Still another room nearby we have yet to explore.
Okay, Professor, we should go check out that other room first then.
Oh, you're just talking about Layton? Fair.
My, these pillars appear to be most elaborately constructed. Those that built these ruins are quite skilled. Who would have built such a waterway? The archaeological finds in these ruins are simply fascinating.
Crazy you see this kind of waterway in a bunch of old ruins like this. I wouldn't swim in it though.
Oh man, you won't believe all kinds of bacterial and disease that you'd find in there. So if I press this, this would just take me back into the Great Witch's room. Got it. Ruins. Small room. A small room containing columns and statues. Water continuously flowing down from the ceiling.
I wonder what this room is. There are stone statues everywhere. Say, Professor, is it me or do these statues all look really sad?
I agree, there is certainly an air of sadness to them. Almost seem to be in pain.
They're giving me the chills. Oh, come on, Professor. I know being creeped out by statues seems kind of silly, but you don't have to laugh at me.
No, Miss Faye, that was not me.
So glad you could finally make it, Professor Hershey Layton.
As I thought, it was you that led us here. Tell us, what secret lies within these ruins?
You hope Scarlet and Violet has neat ruins to check out? They usually have ruins that in Pokemon games. I wouldn't be surprised.
Now, I think you're capable of journeying to the beginning and finding out the truth all on your own.
The beginning?
Have you ever wondered why the storyteller started writing the story in the first place? More importantly, why does he continue to write it? The answers to those questions are located within these very ruins.
If that is true, then might I ask why you are sharing this information with us?
Simple. I want you to get closer to the truth. You gotta face out and reach out for it. I'm afraid you'll have to work out the rest for yourselves. But I'm sure that's a child's play for a gentleman of your caliber.
What exactly are you plotting?
When the light of the truth shines upon the hidden darkness of the first story, the legendary figure will rise.
Wasn't there a anime or something called First Story?
A great witch Bazella. Huh? But you're Bazella, aren't you? Me, Bazella? I hate to disappoint you, but you've got the wrong person. Yeah, but the Shades are calling you the Great Witch. Yes, they did indeed call me by such a name. However, that was for an entirely different reason.
I'm gonna call it now. I think this Great Witch is actually Dark Law. No spoilers in chat, but theory crafting.
I'm afraid she is correct, Miss Faye. This person is not Bazella.
Huh?
Real Bazella would never expose herself so freely. It would place her in far too much danger. It would be tantamount to be turning herself in. Also, there was something very strange about those shades in the forest.
Strange?
One must wonder, why would they consider her the Great Witch when there is no magic present here?
That's true. So much has happened so far, but none of it is related to any magic.
When we met in the Eldritch Woods, and even now, that's something you wanted us to find. If you were truly Bazella, there would be no reason for you to lead us along in such a manner.
That is correct. I am not Bazella. Rather, I actually wish to meet with Bazella. And that moment will soon come to pass. The truth lies with your cute new friend. Until we meet again.
Please wait, we're not finished yet!
I can't hear her voice anymore. I think she's gone.
Would appear so.
That witch wasn't Bazella after all, huh?
I know, Caesar! I love that name so much! Eldwitch! It's so good! Portabella, yes.
It would seem our Great Witch has been demoted to a mere witch.
Oh man, and here I thought we finally managed to catch Bazella.
Remember what she said, Miss Faye. When we find the truth, we will find Bazella.
Say, Professor, when do we find a real Bazella? Do you think this will finally be over? I mean, everything? The witch trials, the fake fire pit. Do you think it'll finally come to an end?
Yes, I do. Bazella is at the root of all disaster in Labyrinthia. We catch her, then everything should come to an end.
Then we know what we gotta do. Let's go, Professor. Maybe there's a clue or two around in these ruins somewhere.
Of course, we cannot afford to stop just yet. Let's get a move on, Miss Faye.
Huh? I wonder what that sparkling thing was just now.
Oh, something must seem to have fallen.
Whoops! Drop my car. Drop the lift key.
You think the witch dropped it?
Judging by the patterns on this key, it would appear to be some sort of connection to these ruins.
Yeah, it definitely does. Remember that huge door back in near the entrance? I bet it's related to that door. My spirit medium's instinct is never wrong.
You haven't channeled anything once, Maya.
So, spirit medium's instinct, you say? Well then, let's head back and check.
Yeah, but you know, that witch must be pretty absent-minded to just drop her key like that. That's something Nick would do.
Not sure that's entirely the case. Perhaps she intended to drop it here.
Really? But why would she do that?
We can continue to move deeper inside the ruins naturally.
Oh, you mean she's trying to lead us to the beginning?
Yes, precisely.
Boy, she really wants us to find this truth, huh? Whatever that may be.
You want her to channel a spirit when people would think that's witchcraft? I mean, she can do it in private.
We could not have asked for a better clue, even if there is an ulterior motive behind it. It is the truth she would like us to find. Must be prepared to face it.
All right, hold on to your hat, Professor.
No, we probably should ditch the hat before it devours more souls. Like, when's the last time we fitted Pickerats?
Because the Order of the English Gentleman and Feisty Spirit Medium is coming through.
A most ambitious title if there ever was one. Let's head to the entrance, Miss Faye.
I'm guessing by the Layton hat means we've completed it. The witch that captured a spell in London and who turned the professor into gold is the Great Witch, who leads the shades in the Eldritch Woods. So-called Great Witch was not in fact Mizella. Feel as if she's trying to nudge me into ascertaining something.
Right? Mr. Wright? We made it outside. The coast looks clear.
Ow! Eesh, my back's killing me! I know the feel, Phoenix. My back hurts too.
I think that elderly woman left for a break now. To be honest, I was a little nervous there for a second. By the way, where are we? Isabella, do you know? No, I've never seen this place before. There isn't a forest like this anywhere in Labyrinthia.
You did it, Phoenix. You made it to Scotland. I mean, it's just as foggy as Scotland. You're not wrong, Led.
We must have traveled quite a distance.
Oh man, since we're in Scotland, does that mean we get to meet up with Morrigan Iceland? Oh man, I can't wait for her to bounce her boobs in my face. Did you guys just see that just now? Huh? Or Horlock Sholmes, that too.
My, I wonder who that is. That's quite an odd outfit they have on. Right then, how about I go over and ask where we are?
Wait, are you serious? But they're wearing such weird outfits.
Now, Mr. Wright, you mustn't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, you're right. What was I thinking? We've been traveling with BB Hood this entire time. That too. Gotta love that flower bed. They're pretty.
What an absolutely lovely scent. There's something very familiar about it.
Judge them by knives, not outfits. Exactly.
Hey, what do you got there? A knife. No! Is it me or did the temperature drop when we walked in this fog?
A creepy mansion covered in creepy fog in an equally creepy forest. Great. That was a pretty well acted sneeze. Well, thank you.
This must be where the wagon's horses rest after coming through the tunnel. The horses' food and water looks like it was recently filled. I bet they must use their horses all the time.
Oh no, that was 100% part of the text.
Excuse me, could you perhaps tell us where we are? This is Eldritch Woods, an outside world that exists away from the story. An empty world. A world with no official existence. A world unwritten in the annals of history.
An outside world?
Eldritch Woods?
All who dwell in these woods live as shades? Each bound to their oh, wrong.
All that dwells in these woods live as shades, each bound to their tasks.
A world that— shut up, Gaddy.
What do you mean by tasks? Could it be? Are you new recruits? Why haven't you attended the Great Witch's orientation ritual?
The Great Witch?
I can't help but feel he's giving us the most disapproving looks right now. You will see her right away. We exist to carry out our tasks, nothing more. Hey, wait! He's gone. Well, that was strange. Could that have been? Do you know what that was about, Isabella? There is a fairy tale that is often told to the children in Labyrinthia.
What kind of fairy tale?
It's a story about a secret forest where the souls of witches sentenced to burn in flames wander around. A secret forest? Those souls cannot be seen by the living, and they say anyone who is able to see them is possessed by the evil spirit. A forest of wandering souls? Maybe this is the forest mentioned in that story.
But I mean, that's just a kid's fairy tale, right?
If that story is true, does that mean the person we just spoke to was a witch's spirit?
No way. Wait, hold on. Remember how we got here? We came through that cage in the fire pit all the way down here. Which means, I think there's a very good chance that witches are connected to this forest. And if I'm right, that means a certain someone must be here somewhere. We're coming for you, Maya.
We should go check out the forest then, Mr. Wright, Isabella. I hope you're ready.
I mean, why don't we check out the mansion? Maybe the mansion has something nice for us. Alright guys, let's get going already. Our first step is that creepy looking haunted house up ahead. I was about to say. What is this place?
It looks like a workshop of some kind. I wonder what's being mixed inside those cauldrons.
Well, maybe it's a witch's potion?
Hey, do you smell that? Do you think it's coming from the liquid inside? I feel like I've smelled this scent before. Luke, I don't think it's a good idea to breathe in too much of this scent. That's probably why all these people are wearing masks. What? Do you think they could be wearing gas masks?
So this room could possibly be a little more than hazardous for our health, huh? I like how everyone here realizes this before freaking Professor Layton did. Maya, I understand. But these guys, oh my god. Or Rich's brew. Okay, woot. I think we better move on for now. I think my sinuses are stuffy.
Mr. Wright, look, there's another door on the other side of the room. And it looks like there's no toxic gas there.
I don't know if I call it toxic just yet. Anyway, we need to proceed with our research, so let's go.
Oh, woe is me, what should I do? Is something the matter? The Great Witch has gone missing, but I can't help search for her because I have my tasks to complete. But surely the well-being of the mistress takes precedence over my task. No. I shouldn't abandon my toast here.
He's going around in circles. What should we do?
I'm so conflicted, what should I do? Excuse me?
But is this Great Witch you mentioned called Bazilla by any chance?
The Great Witch is the Great Witch. She is our mistress. Oh, Great Witch, if only I could bring you back to us. But only I did not have to leave my post. Looks like something big must have happened here.
Do you think this has something to do with the Great Witch? Not sure if I want to know, to be honest. Whoa, they really got the fire going on in this one. Wonder what they're making.
I don't even want to think about how they went about making this stuff, Mr. Wright.
Red flour mixed in braba. No matter what happens, the recipe never changes. He's really focused on stirring whatever is in that pot, so it reminds me of Maya when she tries to cook up soup.
Maybe we shouldn't disturb him. I wonder why he's so focused on stirring.
I wonder if Maya actually enters into a trance whenever she's making food. Like, just like, now I must prepare the ultimate Krabby Patty. Bun down, patty, lettuce, ketchup, mayo, mustard, pickles, and tomato, onions, and top bun it all in that order.
Look at all these flowers, Mr. Wright. I bet you could make a really nice flower necklace out of these.
Hey, must have picked these flowers from outside, man. Ugh. Is that blood?
This room is covered with it. What could have happened here?
Oh, no, wait. This doesn't seem to be blood.
Huh?
There's. You smell that? It smells like that liquid they're making in the room back there.
You know, now that you mentioned it, I think this is that liquid. Oh, thank goodness. So that probably means no one was hurt here, right?
I guess not. Still, something clearly happened here.
Huh? Mr. Wright, I smell it. Look over there. Is that a secret passage behind the chandelier?
Hey, good eye, Luke. I wonder where it leads.
It looks pitch black in there. So, can we go inside?
Of course. We're on an investigation, aren't we?
Right.
What's this, Luke? Are you scared?
You've got it all wrong. I'm perfectly fine in the dark. No problems at all. Right then, I'll be right behind you, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, be scared.
I'm right behind you as well, Mr. Wright.
You're scared too, huh, Isabella? Thanks, guys. Who do I get to walk behind then? Don't worry, Phoenix. Mia's spirit will still be here. She's floating in front of you. You just don't realize it. There's a huge rip down the middle of this curtain. I sure hope no one was hiding behind this thing.
I don't think this curtain would have made the best hiding spot, Mr. Wright. It's still wet. This must have happened not too long ago.
This stuff actually is blood. Ugh. Give me the chills just thinking about it.
Oh, Mr. Wright, I don't feel so good.
Oh no! Oh boy! Surprise, everyone! This is actually 2018, and we're about to get snapped. Guys. I don't feel so good. Guys, I saw death, and she was really hot. I kind of want to go back. Anyway, yeah, we can't leave now. We're in the end game.
Blimey, look at the chandelier! It's completely destroyed!
I'm here for a little, divine intervention.
Woo. Limit is back. That's a relief.
Thank you for the 54 bits for divine intervention, Wolf. If it wasn't for your bits, I would have been trapped in the afterlife. Oh yeah, it was totally Rangiku. She got those beach balls and everything. Rangiku from Bleach, exactly.
There's quite a bit of damage around the entire room. Something big, quite big must have happened here.
Looks like the chandelier fell recently. Doesn't look like anyone was underneath it when it fell. Before we head down, let's see if we can actually explore the forest area with these groups. Maybe there's some hidden puzzles we can snatch up. Yo, there were 3 hit coins here. Yeah, totally go back here. There's like a hidden puzzle here too. I'm glad I decided to head back. Yo, Rabbit, how's it going? I just got Thanos snapped. These puzzles show up in the weirdest places sometimes.
Would it be alright if I were to try solving this puzzle?
Yo, are we gonna get Espella solving a puzzle? That's cool.
I've been watching you all solving puzzles and it really looks like fun.
Sure, Espella. We don't mind sitting this one out, do we, Luke?
Of course not. I'll be here cheering for you. Show us what you can do, Espella.
How I'm doing? It's a pretty chill night overall. Just a little annoyed with Twitch because Twitch doesn't want to answer my support tickets. But let's be real here, how many customer support has been good? There are 6 puppets, each with individually controlled body parts. You know what? I think a reverse screens might be better for this. Each has 2 parts, a head, a body, and 2 arms and 2 legs. The controls for each of the puppets' bodies have been separated. Use the stylus to connect each puppet with the correct number of body parts. Note that none of the connections can overlap each other. Am I excited for Xenoblade 3? I'm very excited for it. The problem is I'm not going to be able to play it for a while. Mostly because I gotta wait until, the, collector's edition arrived for me. 1 hour until Xenoblade 3, everyone! Gain deja vu looking at this puzzle? Yeah, because we did a similar puzzle earlier. These are cute puppets, little dancing wolves. Yeah, ignore the sharp teeth that looks like they want to rip my throat out. It's already out, but you're waiting on your paycheck? Oh yeah, totally. I already got my special edition pre-ordered. I just have no idea when Nintendo's actually going to ship it out to me. You've been following my channel for 3 years now? Dude, I really appreciate, like, all the follow for that long, man. Like, I don't know what to say at this point. You guys showing me support and, like, dropping bits, subs, or whatever helps keeps the channel going, and the fact that you've been following this long shows me how much you guys really like the streams, and that means a lot to me emotionally, which is great.
Thank you.
Lundea, you haven't been following me? Like, zero judgment on that. Absolutely. If you don't want to follow me, you don't have to. But, like, I could have sworn you already followed me, Lundea. Much appreciated. I bet it's because you think your first time here was when you were playing Fortune Street with Meds, John, and Mayo. Yeah, at this point you keep intentionally popping in here, so might as well make it convenient. No worries, Lundea. I appreciate the follow. I don't, even though like you've been dropping in every so often, which I really appreciate. The follow just means means a lot even more for me, so don't sweat it. I totally get it. Speaking of Fortune Street, I am planning on getting back to Fortune Street. Like, I found Nick actually helped me find a new mod for it, so I am planning on getting more guests for that. It's mostly because my schedule is so packed with games I need to complete this year that I haven't found time to be able to schedule some Fortune Street nights, unfortunately. You want a new Fortune Street on Switch? Same! Fortune Street is one of my favorite games. I'd love to get a new one. Rabbit, thank you so much for the gift sub to Kojin. You didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate it. Kojin, enjoy the emotes, dude. And, you know, ad-free watch viewing. All right, I think we should work from the right to the left. So let's see now. If we do that, you get a nice body over there. You can have a nice body over here. Never mind, that doesn't work. Maybe you should get that body, and then you get, like, this body over here? But then there are so many leftover shoes over here. That doesn't make any sense. Well, no matter what, you do need to grab these shoes here. And you also need a body, so we'll give you this body here. Guys, thank you, like, so much. You know what? Can I just say my chat is the freaking best? You guys casually give subs not only to me, but also want to share the love around by making sure everyone, all the regulars in chat, has emotes that they can play around with. You guys are really generous, and you guys are always very kind to each other. Thank you guys for being such a cool bunch of people. Okay, if I give you like 2 shoes over here and you take these 2 shoes over there, you can grab these 2 shoes here. You can grab that body. Everybody. You can grab this body here. You can grab this body here. You can grab this body here, and let Blue grab all of these. And through that, you can grab a body here, and you grab this here, you grab this here, grab this here, and then you can grab these here. Oh no, if I do that though, then like purple gets cut off. You need this, and you need this. But now you're missing a paw. Okay, but what if I give you this paw? But now orange is missing a paw. One of the smug emotes you think are good and well done. Oh, Kojin, I really appreciate that. Shout out to Alive for the one who made that emote too. She did an amazing job on it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. When it comes to emote making, I make absolutely sure to make sure every single emote that we have is, I try to make sure every single emote matches exactly what I'm looking for when it comes to a certain emotion. I want to make sure that it's not like obnoxious looking. It has to actually look appropriate. And have them missing a paw. Exactly, Wolf. Like, you're a wolf. Can you imagine if they didn't have a paw? Awful. Absolutely awful. Oh, this is a little bit of a tricky one because, like, you have to fill out everything, and you also have to make sure everything has all the body parts lined up. But yeah, go follow Alive. She is cool bean. Okay, that takes care of red. That takes care of purple. Blue has to go down this way, otherwise he doesn't get any feet. And we can't have that, you need feetsies. You need a hand. You need a body. You need paws. But then we get blocked off over here because then you don't get a body. Unless... Unless we give you the body down here, and trade out your body for up here, and then we give you a body here, but you have way too many hands! So what if I get rid of your hands and give you these hands? But if we do that, then you have no feet! How are you supposed to walk with no feet? But you don't like beans? They're one of the nasty foods that you ever eaten? But they're jelly beans. Do you not like jelly beans either? You don't have any strong feelings about jelly beans? That's fair. Oh boy, this one's actually a little tricky. Can't brute force this one. I actually have to think. Well, first things first, if we do this, you get feet. You can get feet this way. You get a nice little body with some gloves. Feet that way, and you get a nice glove over there. And you can get a nice little body for green over here as well. Unfortunately, now we're missing a foot for purple. Need a body. But now Blue's missing a foot. But now Blue's missing a foot. Why is the Lower East Side like the congregation of all the foot? What are you trying to say about the Southeast game? Are you saying the Southeast doesn't loves feet? Okay, now what about the beans? Not food, but they make the feet cute. True, toe beans are cute. Who gets that extra foot then? How do I get to this foot? Well, Blue's clearly the one who's missing a foot. Wait, I think I have an idea. What if I make Yellow have this? And then, but now Blue's missing a hand, and now Yellow doesn't have feet. Oh my gosh, this is really tricky. I mean, we could do this. This is a really awkward setup, but I theoretically could do this. But now I don't have a paw for orange. There's just way too many feet on the bottom right. How many thingamajigs is this worth? 50. This is one of the harder ones. Okay, no matter what, you need feats. You also need feats. And you need feats too. But if I do that, then you're not able to grab the body that you need over here. So this is a really weird setup where you basically need to have like 3 bodies worth of feet on the bottom right. So it can't be purple. Purple cannot get access to those feet. Unless I do something like this, but that's like really weird. Why would you do that? Because if you do that, then there's just like a leftover foot down here for no reason. Yeah, there's just like leftover feet if I do that. So it's like purple cannot get access to the feet on the right side. I think the only bodies that can get down there are probably blue, yellow, green, and orange. And you definitely don't want to go for blue, so it seems like it has to be yellow, orange, and green. RNG fortune reading. I have an extra foot. Should I see a doctor about it? I'm gonna have to swap over to a different screen for this, but sure.
Oh, Genie! Genie in the slots, come on out, spin those wheels, because we have an important question for you now.
Gaddy asks,
They have an extra foot. Should they see a doctor about it? And the answer is... Oh, don't worry, sweetie. That's perfectly natural. It's all part of life that you have an extra foot. Don't worry. I'm sure all the ladies and gentlemen would love you for it.
thanks, Genie. You know, always consult your genie before consulting an actual practitioner of medicine. It's time to admit defeat. You're lucky that I don't give timeouts that easily. Okay, no matter what, I feel like the green does have to go down this way, or otherwise we don't get access to all the feet. But if we do that, I have to go for this body, because there are too many hands in the way. So green has to be that lineup. Yellow cannot get access to the bottom right, so orange has to go this way. Orange needs a body. Yellow needs a body. I think blue needs to grab this hand, because otherwise he won't be able to get access to... No, he can't grab that hand, because then he needs to go down this way to get all the feet here. So all the hands go here. And all the black... Oh my gosh. Oh hey, that actually worked out. I thought that wasn't going to work.
I can handle this.
Priscilla, where's your finger point? You should be pointing.
Whatever, good enough. Correct! Don't let their scary faces put you off. They're really, really grateful for your help. Aww.
I shouldn't judge books by their cover.
Let me put it like this. If it's good, it's worth a timeout. $169, $170. Did I just call her Bazella? I might have.
Yay. Will of these have their feet and paws?
Thank you for the 50 bits, Wolf. And yeah, everyone's got all their footsies and paws. It's all good. All right. That's everything. Let's see. Is there any more hidden puzzles around here? Nah, nothing here. 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 Nothing here. Nothing here. All right. I guess we should just head into the catacombs now, I guess. Wow! Who'd have thought there had been some ancient underground ruins here?
Wow, this place is amazing, isn't it? Look at these large pillars that stream of water. Everything looks so old. I've never seen anything quite like it. And you say this place is called a ruin, is it?
Yeah, I guess you really don't have any ancient ruins like this in Labyrinthia, huh?
Ancient ruins?
Something wrong, Luke?
It's just, this reminds me of a puzzle. I mean, the professor. If he were here, he would tell us anything we want to know about these ruins.
Ah, that's right. The professor was an archaeologist.
Yeah. If only I can hear him saying in his dulcet tones, "This reminds me of a puzzle. One last time." Sometimes I can almost hear the professor's kind words coming out. Even now, I can almost hear his voice. Professor.
Me too.
I can almost hear the professor's voice. And Maya's too. I think I can hear them as well.
That is one of my favorite gags in the ever in storytelling, I swear.
Come to think of it,
it really is like...
we can actually hear them.
What?
Now then, let's check over on that side.
Professor, over here. Those voices just now, it has to be.
Yeah, there's no mistaking it.
Professor! Professor!
Luke, what are you doing here?
Professor!
Aww.
Really you? I thought you'd never come back.
Now, Luke. Just because that you're happy to see someone doesn't mean you have to fail at English.
Even though deep down I believed the spell would be broken somehow, there were times I wasn't sure it was possible. Professor!
I'm so sorry, my boy. I've caused you quite a bit of worry.
Professor! You're all right. Professor, what about Maya? I thought I heard her voice too.
Ah, yes. Not to worry, Mr. Wright. Rest assured, Miss Faye is just...
Yo, Nick!
Oh, hug her. Everyone give a hug to Maya. I know we've been playing as her this entire time, but still, hug Maya.
Hey, Nick! Nick!
Maya, am I dreaming? Is it really you?
Yep. The the professor and I are real as real can be.
You have no idea how relieved I am. Really, I've never been so happy to see you. Aww. I need hug emotes too.
I'm really sorry, Nick. You must have been really worried sick. It's just, well, I wanted to do something to help Espella, you know?
No. It's not your fault, Maya. It's mine. If only I had helped you sooner, then none of this would have happened. And you wouldn't have dropped into that pit of fire.
I thought I'd never see you again, Nick. Aww, I love these two so much.
I'm really, really sorry.
Come now. Everyone here did the best they could. That is what enabled us to power through the hardship and reunite. That is what I believe.
Yeah, you're right, Professor. Who do you think has to clean it up, Gaddy? Get the mop.
Right you are, Professor. Good old Professor Layton logic. Logic's so good, he'll leave you good as gold, right, Professor?
Gaddy, who do you think is going to be paying for that yeeted mop?
I'm so glad you're all okay. Maya, are you hurt? Are you suffering from any burns? And Professor, has your arm been properly reattached to your body?
We're quite alright, Espella, I assure you. You may rest easy. Well now, would you like to have a job at the Krusty Krab?
Yeah, look, we're perfectly fine. Oh, thank goodness. Espella.
Whew, Espella looks super relieved.
We're entirely unharmed, Espella. Please dry your tears.
Look what you started, Nick. Everyone's all sappy and now you made Espella cry. Mr. Wright, a gentleman must never ever make a lady cry.
Why is it my fault?
Thank you, everyone.
Mr. Wright, kept those two safe and out of harm's way. For that, you have my utmost gratitude.
No problem, Professor. I honestly couldn't have done it on my own. Luke and Espella really helped me when I needed it the most. Likewise, I should be thanking you for keeping Maya safe. Thank you so much.
Not at all, Mr. Wright. After all, it is a gentleman's duty to help a lady in need.
Nick, you should really learn to be a proper gentleman like the professor here.
Huh? Well, I'm not too sure I'd be able to pull off the whole top hat look for one. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, do we really want Phoenix to be possessed by an evil eldritch being? I didn't think so.
Mr. Wright, it is an honor to once again team up with you. No matter what challenges may lay in our way, with your help I am certain we can overcome them. Let us go forth and solve the mystery that is Labyrinthia, shall we?
Imagine what interactions between Luke and Pearl would be like. Yeah, Pearl would be trying to convince Luke to matchmake Phoenix and Maya. Absolutely, we'll fight for Espella until the very end. Professor, I'm looking forward to working with you and putting an end to this mystery once and for all.
It will be my pleasure, Mr. Wright. I see. So that is what happened to Miss Kira.
Yeah, that's why I think there was more to the witch trials than meets the eye.
Aha! So you figured out there was something fishy with that fire pit. That patented Nick investigation method. dive headfirst into a pit and figure out it's not really a pit after all. Proven and tested. Professor, why do you never take off that hat? 8 Psylocks up for activate. Why, thanks. Anyway, that's how we ended up here. So, what about that great witch you said you ran into?
We still do not know much about her. However, it seems she was the one responsible for leading us here. She also told us of a place containing many secrets regarding the storyteller's story. A place she refers to as the beginning.
The beginning? So you're saying my father's secrets are hidden here?
As I suspected. You've never heard of this place, correct?
That's right. This is also the first time I've ever seen these ruins. I think everything will be made clear when we get there. Labyrinthia. Even the Great Witch.
Is as the Great Witch said it would be.
It is a bit scary, to be honest. Huh? I feel as if getting to the bottom of all this and exposing Labyrinthia's secrets will change everything. Knowing my father's secrets, Espella, I think the old me would be absolutely terrified right now. He probably couldn't even go on. But I must stay strong. I must know the truth. I've been so blind to the truth this entire time because of all of you. I'm finally able to see the world for what it really is. That's why I want to go along with you.
We're all in this together. Hand in hand. Make our dreams come true.
Woo! Get ready, Espella. This is gonna be an adventure you'll never forget. Okay, Maya.
I believe that large door on the other side of the room should lead us further inside.
In that case, we should investigate immediately, right, Professor?
Yes, that's right. I must say, I've not seen you so excited in quite a while, my boy.
Really?
That's because he's just itching to get back to solving some puzzles with you, Professor.
Haha. And we should not delay. Let's investigate that large gate ahead.
Quick question, chat, for those who have played through the game. How much do we have to investigate until the next story beat that is appropriate? I'm a little worried this might be the best moment to actually end the stream.
That pillar has definitely seen better days. Do you think it's safe to be in this room?
It seems these pillars have started to crumble away. Damage appears minimal, so we should be safe here.
I don't think we should stick around here longer than we have to, Professor. Oh, just look at the water cascading from the ceiling. It's so shiny and pretty.
Haven't played in a long time, so don't quite remember. No worries. I guess we'll go for another half hour.
Hey, check out all those statues. These sort of remind me of the statue of Ami Faye in the
Hazakura. Okay. Yeah. Hang on a second. Wait, where was the location of the Hazakura temple again? That was in Korean, right? Let me actually double check that real quick. Wait a second. This doesn't make any sense. Hang on. Is Burmsai still awake? Fun fact, in Japanese, Hazakura Temple is named Hazakurain. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Yo, Bermsai, I got a question for y'all. Okay, so like, as you can see right here, it says that, like, it says here that Maya remembers Ami Faye's statue in Hazakura Temple. Hazakura Temple only shows up in the final case of Ace Attorney 3. When the hell does this case take place? When does this game take place? This must have taken place after Trials and Tribulations, because otherwise this wouldn't have happened. This can't even be for after 3-5 for reasons that become clear in Apollo Justice. Yeah, so this game just straight up cannot take place anytime during the official timeline then.
What could have been the purpose for these? It would be better that we didn't touch them.
So yeah, like, for people who don't know, Hazakura Temple is only visited at the very end of Trials and Tribulations. So some major shit happens for like a week or two after 3-5. They know there's a statue there without visiting? The whole reason they visited was because they knew about the statue. Unless like they somehow got warped to London because they missed their flight or something like that. I don't know.
You know, Professor, I bet you the people that built this place must have really, really loved music.
That certainly looks important. Well, what's with that sudden chill?
This is certainly very old. I can't even begin to guess how long it's been here.
All right, there should be one more hidden hint coin somewhere around here.
These statues appear to be worshipping something, don't they?
A few of these statues have their ears covered. I wonder why.
Such excellent craftsmanship. Techniques like this have long since been lost in the annals of time.
You're pulling up a timeline? Yeah, there has to be one moment that for this to happen. I know this game's not canon. I know for a fact it's not canon. But it's fun speculating on how you can fit things into timelines. There's a 2-month period after 3-5 where this game could have happened. Okay, so this game takes place after Trials and Tribulations then. Cool. Layton takes place in 20th century England, while Wright is from the 21st century.
Shh! Don't ruin my fun!
And you don't know that. For all we know, we don't know what the year was that Layton takes place in. Sure, we know Wright's years, but we don't know Layton's years. Maybe England just happens to behave really old-timey in the 21st century in this universe. You never know.
Ah, that's weird. There's no handle. It doesn't look like we'll be able to pull or push the door open. Oh, look! It looks like there's a keyhole!
But we don't have a key.
Nick, what would you do without me? Zavari! The professor and I found this back in the side room over there!
Here's this key belongs to this door.
Now watch as Maya the Magnificent works her magic and opens the door. Please, hold your paws. Take that! Huh?
What seems to be the matter, Miss Faye?
The key disintegrated in my hand. What gives? This key won't work. Maybe it's a fake.
I like how your first instinct is to think the key is a fake instead of just belonging to another door.
Let us not jump to any conclusions. Look closely here. It appears this key is part of a puzzle.
Right, a puzzle, you say. Well, time to feed your hat, I guess.
Would seem our progression will not be as easy as we thought.
Alright then, if it's a puzzle that needs solving, that's your cue, Professor.
Not quite, Mr. Wright. This puzzle requires your particular expertise.
Wait, me?
Your unique way of thinking may be crucial to finding the solution. Do not worry, you will do fine.
So basically I have to think outside the box and turn everything on its head? Awesome.
Remember, we have seen many different kinds of puzzles during our time here in Labyrinthia. I believe you are now prepared for tackling any number of puzzles that may come your way.
I'm not exactly sure that's true, but if there's any contradictions in this puzzle, I'll do my very best to point them out. Yo! That's such a cool animation! I love that! Objectable lock! This puzzle is worth 50 Pickerats. There appears to be an intricate keyhole in the middle of the massive door. An inscription on the door reads, "The key to proceeding is in the key." If you recall, Maya tried unlocking the door with the key, but it would not turn. Strange indeed. Try using the key from different angles. Touch and slide the key with the stylus to insert it into the keyhole in the center of the door. You can also rotate the key by touching its ends and sliding the stylus. However, it does not seem as if solving this puzzle will be as simple as inserting the key into the door. Try inserting the key a number of different ways. Maybe you can find a few clues to help you unlock the door. The key just won't turn. It gets stuck halfway through. It's like Maya said, there must be some special way of unlocking it. You just need to flip your way of thinking, that's all. It could be that we just need to flip the key too. That's it, Maya. The key is how you hold the key. Let's give it another shot. That's still not working, but we tried everything. It just won't open. Must be some other way the key fits into the hole.
Perhaps it would be wise to reevaluate our way of thinking.
Boy, this is the puzzle to end all puzzles. I mean, to be fair, we don't know how much time passes between the real world and Labyrinthia, right? So break the key's alibi. Where were you on the night of the 15th? Come on, Nick, quit your whining. Where's that Ace Attorney spirit? Who's whining? Anyway, Maya, maybe we should try a little courtroom thinking on this one.
Hold it!
So the problem is that we haven't been able to figure out what we've had to do past this point.
Have you spotted something, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, you could say that. I think we've been thinking about this all wrong. That's why we haven't been able to see the true nature of this puzzle.
Excellent, Mr. Wright. Let us clear our heads and give it another go, shall we?
The key to proceeding is in the key. This must have something to do with the true nature of the key itself. What is the secret to using the key? The key is in the key itself?
Objection!
Does that count as an objection? I guess it does. The true nature of this puzzle lies in the very key itself. Why is there not more puzzles like this? Take a close look at the key. Notice the small gaps all around? We just have to move this and... There, the key to this key. So what do we do now, Professor? Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Indeed, the pieces appear to fit into something. It's a puzzle within a puzzle.
Oh, Ace Attorney's popular with lawyers? Bermsai, you're a lawyer. Do you like Ace Attorney?
A puzzle within a... Hey, Mr. Wright, that must mean the area around the keyhole is...
Exactly, the pieces are the key and the space around the keyhole is the real keyhole. Turnabout puzzle! Turnabout puzzle! That's incredible. And I do believe Diana is also a big fan of Ace Attorney, and she's a lawyer too. She passed the bar recently. Turnabout puzzle. Let's save that for later. Oh, Lundea, it's actually a funny fact. They actually they changed that, the justice system like a few years back. I think it was like around 10 years ago where they changed the justice system to be more like the Western justice system. It turns out the key to solving this puzzle was the key itself. The broken segments of the key seem to fit inside the space around the keyhole. Solve this final piece of the puzzle to continue on.
You uncovered the secret behind the puzzle! Touch the pieces of this key and slide the stylus to move them around the touchscreen. Touch the edges of the pieces to slide this, and slide the stylus to rotate them. Fill in the keyhole with the pieces of the key without overlapping any points.
Well,
I await your verdict. Puzzle solved. Take that!
Correct! The key fits perfectly into the hole. Once it's broken into smaller pieces, as the massive door opens, you can feel the presence of an...
You can feel the presence of another puzzle. Here we go.
Whoa, that was awesome, Nick! Who would have thought the key would have a completely different form? Now that's what I call thinking outside the box, Mr. Wright.
Wonder what the 3D effect was like? Oh, 100% it's Phoenix just shoving his finger in your face. I remember having it actually turned on when I was playing Professor Layton Miracle Mask.
Now that we'll be able to continue through the ruins, and it's all thanks to you, Mr. Wright.
I don't really think I did all that much, though.
you have my thanks as well, Mr. Wright. Such a unique skill as yours is no small feat, I assure you.
I feel like Layton is being passive-aggressively insulting Phoenix this entire time, but hey.
With our combined efforts, I am confident that we can get to the bottom of the mysteries clouding Labyrinthia.
Absolutely, Professor. You know, it's been a good while since we were last able to team up.
Indeed, unfortunately, I've been a little less animate than usual of late.
But hey, it all worked out in the end. It's all thanks to the Professor's golden arm.
And you know, this is just making me sad because we still are getting Ace Attorney games, but Professor Layton hasn't gotten a game in years. I miss Professor Layton. Yeah, but still, the only reason we got this arm back was because of that pawnbroker that returned it. We got really lucky, that's for sure.
Did you say my arm was returned by a pawnbroker, Mr. Wright? If I may ask, what is the particular story behind that?
Wasn't their latest some kind of Layton's Mystery Journal thing? Yeah. Basically, Layton's daughter was the main character of that, but apparently that game wasn't very good. I do own that game, so we could play it in the future if we want. Don't worry about it, Professor. It's probably best if we just kept on moving.
Yes, good idea, Mr. Wright. Let's go, Professor.
Level 5 is also busy making mobile games instead, and their English division got shut down, sadly. What? There's fire in those statues.
It would appear that we stumbled upon yet another very elaborate mechanism here.
Hey, Luke, Espella, check this out. Those plants are glowing. Maya, that's actually luminous moss. Even though the moss looks like it's glowing in the dark, it's actually reflecting the light from its surroundings. Its unique cells are responsible for the mysterious green color. So it's actually reflecting light? I must say that was an incredibly detailed explanation, Luke. Of course, I am the professor's apprentice after all. Luke, check this out. If you poke the moss, it totally makes your fingers glow. I say we try a little experiment. Stay still. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of moss all over you. That way you'll be as bright as the professor. No, that's not funny. Please put down that clump of moss, Maya.
Looks like the tension level just took a big drop, huh?
I think it's about time we saw some smiling faces, wouldn't you agree, Mr. Wright?
You want more Dark Cloud and Rogue Galaxy, less Yokai Watch? I feel that. Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be fair, they haven't made a Yokai Watch game in a long time either. What is actually the last thing Level 5 made that isn't a mobile game? Having the whole game together again is reason enough to smile, alright.
Mr. Wright, let's give them some space and explore on ahead ourselves for the time being.
Wish we got the Yokai Watch games that weren't localized? Fair.
The water's just kind of shooting out of there, huh? Kind of like a river of souls. Spooky. The water's coming out of that cave pretty fast. It's almost like it's coming out of a pipe somewhere.
One wrong step and it's into the rushing stream. Wonder where you'd end up.
Water sources like this were often the cradle of ancient civilizations.
Professor, it looks like there are letters of some sort etched into this stone slate.
This would appear to be some kind of ancient script.
Huh. A real shame we can't read it.
Mr. Wright, surely you remember my occupation, do you not?
Yeah! You said you're an archaeologist, right? Then that means you can actually read it?
I cannot say for certain, but I will do my best to see if I can decode. Give me one moment.
That is not how archaeology works, by the way. So the professor is an archaeologist trying to uncover the secrets of magic. Sounds like something out of a movie.
Hey, Nick, what are you and the professor doing over there?
We found some ancient writing on this stone slate. The professor is attempting to decipher it right now, so keep your voice down. It says, "It's a secret to everyone." Huh, weird.
That's so cool. It's a really sciencey, geeky kind of way.
Hey, where are Espella and Luke?
Oh, them? They're over by the water trying to wash all the moss off of Luke.
I'm going out on a limb here and say you must have something to do with that, Maya.
Escape. Escape.
My apologies for the wait. I have managed to decipher the script.
Wow, amazing, Professor. So, don't keep us waiting. What's it say? Is it a clue about witches and magic? Or maybe it's Bazella's secret plans for taking over Labyrinthia?
Afraid not, Miss Faye. This late. Here's me a warning. It says wet floor ahead.
A warning, Professor?
Yes, allow me to read it aloud. Heed these words. Those who enter through these gates of destruction, not proceed any further, for you will soon find yourself haunted with memories most terrifying. This game is when this gate is opened and the dreaded sound heard once more throughout, a calamity shall befall us once again.
Oh my god, this actually is Breath of the Wild. I was just joking.
The inner sanctum has been locked with the 3 seals: courage, wisdom, and power. The first seal is the seal of Leviathan. Second is the seal of despair. The third is the seal of
Are we sure we're not playing a Zelda game right now?
Leave these seals in peace, or face dire consequences. Heed this warning well.
Calamity?
Haunted with memories most terrifying? Do you think this means Bazella? If we continue on to the beginning, will we end up finding the real Bazella?
Give me a moment, guys. I accidentally dropped my stylus. Alright then, I'm back. If we continue on to the beginning, will we find the real Bazella?
Going strictly by what we've read so far, I would say that is the most likely scenario.
But Bazella's the one responsible for the appearance of witches and all the other misfortunes we've seen so far. Yet what's written on the slate seems to say the opposite. It's almost like Bazella was actually sealed away.
Give a round splashback about this game. Okay, so Sakurai originally had plans that all the most broken characters in Smash Ultimate, that were broken characters in previous games, like Kirby, Fox, Meta Knight, and Bayonetta, would be the most difficult to unlock characters. But he realized that that would suck for anyone who liked playing those characters, and he was like, you know what? I'm just going to release their power upon the world. Fuck the competitive community. And that is why we get characters unlocked that early. Long ago, someone must have been able to break that seal and release her. I'll explain why Bazella is on the loose again.
Guys, what should we do?
I say we go on. Isabella?
Didn't we all agree that we would seek out the truth no matter what? If that's the case, then we cannot just turn back now.
Right you are, Isabella. Cannot abandon our duty and turn back. Although the road ahead may be fraught with danger, it's unlikely they will have another opportunity like this to find out the truth.
Yeah, we only have until the start of the parade. That doesn't give us much time. We had to find some decisive clues here.
Like finding out who released Bazella from her prison. All right then, it's settled. Come on, guys, let's saddle up.
To right, let's get going.
First is the Seal of Leviathan. I believe it may be referring to this very river. Perhaps we can find a clue somewhere nearby.
I hate to say it, everyone, but I think we're going to call the stream here. I feel like this is actually a pretty decent stopping point. And I'm afraid that if we go too far, that there won't be another better stopping point. All right, everyone, thank y'all for coming out tonight. I really appreciate y'all being here, and I hope you guys had fun with the stream. Next stream will be, in fact, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If there's any changes to the schedule, though, y'all can follow me on Twitter at NoLimit42, where I post stream updates and general shenanigans. Alternatively, y'all can hit up the Discord server, where we talk about anything and everything. We're a very friendly bunch there. We're always welcome to any new faces. This game has shown it likes to force down a puzzle path. Pretty much, Wolf. We also do movie nights every single Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're currently going through live-action Disney movie marathon stuff, so the next two movies we're watching are Third Man on the Mountain and what was the other one? I'm trying to remember. Pollyanna. So if anybody wants to check that out, consider joining Discord server where we host it. All right, if you guys have any raid messages in mind, let me know. I'm gonna go find a raid target for ourselves. I'm also going to go do a quick check on my expiring videos to see if it's been fixed, and they still have not fixed it. I need to go yell at Twitch later. He's British if he's British. Turnabout puzzle. Breathing in the chemicals. Feels like it's a little on the nose on that one. Oh, yo! My good buddy Mark is currently streaming Ocarina of Time Rando right now. How about we go give him some love? As for what we're rating with, let's go with... We'll be rating he's British if he's British. And we're going to be rating... Whoops! I didn't mean to change my faces like that. That's what happens when you assign your number pad for your faces. Anyway, rating with that, rating Blackstar258, who's currently doing Ocarina of Time Rando. Go, guys, go give him some love, everyone. Until next time, I'll catch y'all later. Stay safe, take care of yourselves. And remember, love always. Please wish me some luck dealing with Twitch shenanigans. Good night, everyone.